everybody. It's Friday again at last. Although I will say I feel like this week went kind of quick, which is nice.
We only got 10 people in there. Bee's Nest is in.
Only 10 people.
Only 10 people.
The best 10 people.
It just, the show just started.
Yeah.
Got 10 people in there. Bee's Nest is in there already talking about how he's having seizures and fucking, he's dying and shit. He's like, dude, I'm dying. They told me I'm dying.
I mean, everyone's dying, technically.
Everybody's dying. Fucking, it's just you got to slow the dying process, especially once you get to our age. You know, fucking, you shouldn't have listened to that Mexican ass fucking wife that you have about. I put you on test. You started to trim down. You look great. She says you look like a junkie. That's a fat ass Mexican girl eating tortillas and shit. Telling you that. Don't listen to them, man. They got that fucking Aztec fucking metabolism. All right, you're white. Get on testosterone. Lose that fucking weight. You're not fat, man. You're just big around the middle. All right? You ex-infantry motherfuckers.
Happens to a lot of dudes.
It happens to you know what I mean? We're the same breed. Okay? You're in your 50s now. It's going to get bit around the middle. And I know how you are because fucking, like I said, you're the same breed. You're drinking and you're fucking abusing your shit. You work out. Get back on test. Lose that fucking fat. And it'll be a lot less stress on you. You know? Build up some muscle. That's all I'm saying. Don't listen to her, man. She doesn't know. She's just mad you're going to run off with some fucking hot white girl or something. That's probably all it is. Don't listen to Aztecian fucking blood princess on the top of the fucking pyramid, fucking cutting people's hearts out and shit. Don't listen to her. Yeah.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, that's what she's talking about. Fucking, don't listen to her, man. She's like, you getting skinny. You weren't getting skinny, man. You were getting V-taper. V-taper, man. Yeah, see, it's not like that. That's they don't want that. They're afraid you're going to run off.
I do kind of feel like even white people in the South are very much, because when I was growing up,
hard braid.
My grandma, even though she never weighed over 100 pounds in her entire life and couldn't gain weight even if she wanted to, I sadly did not get those genetics. But she was like, man, if you weren't stuffing your face full of food, what's the matter? Are you sick?
Yeah.
Eat more.
Yeah.
Have some cake.
Southern whites are like cousins to the Mexicans. They're little short, fat people.
And then you'd be like, man, I'm gaining weight. No, you look good.
Yeah. With the Mexicans, it's all the corn. Okay? They're going to give... With fucking rednecks, it's bacon grease.
Well, that too.
Bacon grease, yeah.
And everything has corn syrup in it. That doesn't help.
Bacon grease killed my dad, basically. He was born with drinking out of a bottle as a little kid with milk in it, with bacon grease in the milk.
Yeah.
They did that shit.
It's good for you.
Yeah, it's good for you. Make you healthy.
It's really not good.
Yeah. Make you big and healthy.
Every now and then, it's not going to hurt you. Like, you know, if I stay at my mom's house, like, she'll make fried eggs and bacon grease, and it's fucking delicious. I get why people want to eat it. It's delicious. Yeah. But you can't eat like that every day. You'll die.
Bacon grease is a food group and stuff.
Yeah, like growing up, they all had a big fucking jar of it.
Big jar of bacon grease.
They cooked everything in that shit.
Yeah. Yankees, they might have some fucking...
So good, but
they might have some butter in a butter dish next to the fucking
We got bacon
stoves.
grease and butter.
Yeah, we got bacon grease and butter. Bacon grease. Oh shit, we're gonna cook this. Well, shit, put some bacon grease in a pan, and then cook the steak in bacon grease.
And then put like half a stick of butter in it.
We're gonna cook the bacon in bacon grease.
Yeah, double bacon.
And then we're gonna drink the bacon grease. We're gonna make bacon grease soda. Fucking.
There is a bacon soda.
Bacon soda.
Not baking soda. There's a bacon soda.
That was how hard. That was how hardcore Mississippi was when I was a kid.
That's why they all died at 50.
Bacon grease soda. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I get it. It's
cornbread and bacon grease.
It's delicious. Okay, I'm not denying that.
Bacon grease is a food group.
So, like fried eggs cooked in bacon grease is heavenly, but you can't eat that all the time.
Fucking right.
And sometimes
hash browns fried in bacon grease.
Even pancakes in
bacon grease.
Yeah, like the edges get all crispy and stuff. Yeah, it's really good. But
it's you cannot replace bacon grease in any kind of breakfast.
You will legit die if you
fuck, man. Are you
like
crazy?
That every day. Every now and then.
And we had good quality bacon. You know, fucking. I had some Oscar Mayer bacon today. Fucking, I inherited it from the dead people. And I inherited it from the dead.
Like I said, they had like 3 or 4 refrigerators and freezers
full
of food.
I got all their shit.
And the brother was like, "Just take it. It's gonna go bad."
Because it's gonna lose power over there eventually.
Eventually, because they're not paying the bill.
And we're gonna take those 2 cats. Mm-hmm. Had all these girls going, "Oh, we'll take them," but then you never hear back from them.
We still have one chick that maybe will take them, but in the meantime,
we're gonna end up with them cats. We'll bring them over.
Like I said, that's okay. It's a big house. Like, the cats might be upset, but they'll work it out.
Unfortunately, to make room, I have to put Beijers down. I have to put Beijing down. But she's 19 years old, and she's not doing well. Eventually, we knew that was going to happen. It was going to happen eventually.
She's still all right now, but...
she throws up twice a day at least.
Her kidneys are failing.
Yeah.
She's old. She's 18, 19 years old.
Yeah, the past 4 years, she hasn't been doing good. So we might have send Beijing nighty-night to open up spaces for the other two cats. They're young cats. I'm worried about them. They're over there in the dead people's houses, and every time I show up, he's like, "Hey, hey, hey," because that's all a cat can say is "hey."
Yeah.
And I go, "I know, bro." And I'm feeding him. He's like, "Hey, dude." And there's no people in here. And I said, "I know, I know. What's going to happen to us?" I said, "It's okay, man. I'm working on it." I feel bad for him.
Yeah. So we'll probably go over and get them, but like I said...
Yeah, maybe tomorrow.
I think it'll be okay. Like I said, Beijing mostly stays downstairs anyway.
Yeah, she's not very active anymore.
Yeah, like she just mostly lays on the bed, or sometimes she'll go lay on the back porch.
She can't get on the bed anymore. She's just gonna fucking sit on the
she's just
floor,
like on the floor.
Foot of the bed.
So it's like, so even if we get the other 2 cats in here, I don't think it will upset her.
The female cat's name is Mia.
Yeah.
Like Mia Goth.
Yeah.
I forgot what the other cat's name is. I'll find out.
I thought I heard them say Odie.
Odie, yeah, Odie.
That's like the dog in the Garfield.
Yeah. The
comic strip.
The male's name is Odie. The female's name is Mia.
They're so cute.
Yeah. And Mia's definitely scared.
Yeah.
Odie when I first walked in there, they were both on the bed. They're people's beds, waiting for them to come back. They're dead.
Yeah.
And he looked over and saw me and went, "Oh," he freaked out and he fucking swatted Mia. Get, and chased her away.
Go hide.
And she went underneath the fucking curtains to the wall. And then he jumped in front of the curtains to protect her.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Hide. And I'm like, "Dude, it's all right. It's all right,
They're such
man.
Nice kitties.
It's okay, man. Look, fucking."
He's very friendly.
And I'm supposed to be here. And I'm talking to him, and I started petting him. But it took several days for Mia to come up. Every time I show and I start feeding him, washing the fucking kitty plates and feeding them. And Odie would come out and look at me and goes, "Oh, it's that man." I said, "How you doing, bro? Look, I'm back." He goes, "You back?" And he's like, "Look, man, look. Hey. Hey." And I said, "I know, man. Hey." And he's like, It's the damnedest thing. They're not stupid.
Not at all.
Hey. They're gone.
Yeah.
They died. I saw it happen.
Yeah.
He goes, "I know, man. I know. Hey, what are we going to do?" And I got it under control, man. Just, you know what I'm doing? You know what you're doing? I said, "I know what I'm doing." He's purring. I know what I'm doing. It's okay. It's okay, man. I'm trusting you. I don't know you. I'm trusting you, though. It's going to be all right.
Yeah. Like I said,
it's spooky.
It'll be an adjustment period for sure.
It's spooky that the cat understands what happened.
Like I said, cats are absolutely not dumb by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
You know?
He goes, "Meow! Meow!" I know, man. Meow! You see the danger, real Robinson. I know, bro. Danger.
Having had Pookie for, since she was a tiny, tiny kitten.
Yeah.
And us raising her and stuff like that, she is, scary smart.
Yeah.
She's just like a little person. You can tell what she's thinking. You can tell
the facial expressions.
You can tell what she's trying to do. From her, she tries to deceive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fool you and shit.
She's super smart.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, someone was asking if you had seen Stripes, the Bill Murray movie from 1981.
Long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on cable a bunch of times. I remember it being really funny. It was on cable all the time, back when I was a kid. And I remember it being really funny back then, but I haven't seen it since then. Yeah. And a lot of comedies tend not to age very well. But that might still be funny. I'm not sure. Because, like, some movies back then, we watched Airplane not too long ago, and that shit was still funny.
Good. Go ahead and see what everybody's saying. There's been saying all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Yeah, Oracle says, poor Beijing. I know. It's, like, it's really upsetting.
Yeah.
Like, you had Beijing before I even met you.
Yeah.
Because you got...
They gave me Beijing.
You got her in, like, 2008 or something like that.
That's when I was taking care of the barn. All full of horses. One of the students there, she was still in high school at that time, and she goes, Tom, take this kitty. They're going to kill her. And I was like, what? And it was just a little fur ball. Yeah, you got to take her. They're going to kill her. I says, give me that kitty.
Give me that kitty.
Give me that kitty. And that was
not on my watch.
Yeah, and that was and that was on the evening of the beginning of the Beijing Olympics.
Yeah,
so that's why I called
2008.
Her yeah, that's when I called her Beijing. That's why I called her Beijing.
Yeah, because she was. I think when I met you, I think she was like 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah, yeah. And that particular equestrian student ended up being a fucking very high level equestrian rider, and she's. We're going to England. She was showing in England and training in England. English equestrian. Fucking hunter jumper. That's what she did. So it's funny how like a art form / sport that fucking originated inside of England. Actually, the champions a lot of times are from America because we have more land here and more horses. So it doesn't require as much money to own a horse in the United States as it does in England. Only super, super rich people can afford that in England.
Yeah, Oracle says, anyone who says cats are dumb has never spent time with cats. Yeah, they are absolutely not dumb. Not at all.
Yeah, Business says that his Mexican wife accuses him all kinds of thinks that he has 5 girlfriends.
Well, do you?
You keep crossing the border. You keep crossing the border like Han Solo.
It does sound very sus. I'm just saying. Yeah. From a girl's point of view... Yeah, that's going to seem very suspicious.
Crossing the border like Han Solo and going down there and doing all that fucking sideways ass shit you do, and then you fucking, those damn brothels. He'll fucking go to a brothel and fucking be taking videos of the chicks, which would have me pick the girl out. That was a couple years back.
So he does, yeah. I mean, I don't know if he's going to brothels right anymore. There, okay, but I'm like, well, technically then
But I think he was separated from her.
Okay. So I was like, well, then technically then she's right if he is going to brothels.
Oracle said that bacon grease is like a sacrament in the South. Exactly.
It is, yeah. They cook everything in
bacon grease is everything. A food group in the southern part of the United States.
Although, like I said, that's why they're all fat and they have heart attacks.
Especially the boomer generation and the greatest generation. My dad and my grandparents.
Yeah.
They were terrible about it, but Gen X and younger kind of know the dangers of bacon grease. Bacon grease is delicious. It's like the elixir of life. If you know what to do with bacon grease, you can fucking cook some amazing dishes. The problem is that it gets into your bloodstream and it fucking lines all your blood vessels over time. The lipid profile is fucking amazing.
Yeah, imagine what
that it'll clog you up over
jar
time.
of bacon grease in your house looked like. Yeah. That's what your arteries look like. That's what your arteries start looking
like over time.
It's like a big jar of bacon grease. Just gumming up the works.
It'll gum up all your fucking... It'll fuck up all your fucking veins and capillaries and arteries.
Now I will
and then it'll put all kinds of pressure on your heart valves because your shit's clogged up.
Yeah. Because your heart's got to work that much harder to push through your smaller little...
Yeah, and my dad had that problem, and he had diabetes on top of that. So my dad was lucky to live to the age that he lived to, with a southern diet, southern short man genetics and shit, and the fucking southern lifestyle, fucking country lifestyle like my dad did, hunting and fishing constantly, and fucking blue collar work, and living out in the fucking country. It's a great lifestyle. But the diet, even though it's delicious, it will kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just too much enjoyment. Too much salt, too much fucking bacon grease. Too much carbohydrates. And they would just drink Coca-Cola by the 2 liter. and put salted peanuts in Coca-Cola and drink it. They would just...
I told you.
They did all kinds of crazy shit.
The craziest shit, and I think I don't think this was just my family. I think it was like a lot of the boomer generation and the generation before. My grandmother refused to just drink regular ass water. Like, all she ever drank was coffee and Coke.
Yeah.
That's it.
They called it Coke no matter what it was.
And then, like...
what kind of Coke you want? Sprite? I'd like to have a Coke. What kind? Sprite. Okay. Coke just meant soda.
Yeah. Depends on... I mean, that's regional, but yeah.
Yeah. In the South, in Mississippi, Coke meant soda.
Yeah, generally it does.
Soda, yeah.
Whereas I think in the Midwest, they say pop.
They'll say pop, yeah.
But you know what I mean?
I want a Coke. What kind? Root beer. They would say some shit like that.
But what I was saying was that I was never a big soda person, even when I was a kid. So, I mean, my brothers were. They fucking chugged Coke just like my grandma did.
Yeah.
But I would really only drink water, milk, or occasionally orange juice or pineapple juice if we had it. And whenever I was just drinking water, like, hey, what do you want to drink? Oh, I'll just have some ice water, because I like ice water. I still do. She'd be like, you'll rust your pipes. Yeah. She always used to say to me.
In the South, Coke was another...
They wouldn't drink water.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, in the South, fucking Coke was another food group. And that goes back to the early 1900s. And Coke could be any kind of soda. Didn't mean Coca-Cola. And it was kind of like Mexico. The Coke, I'm in that in parentheses, the Coke they were talking about was sugarcane based sugar in it. So they drank a lot of it. They didn't have a problem. But later on, in the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, they changed it to fucking corn syrup. And corn syrup is not the same as sugarcane. It's cheaper, it's sweeter, and it fucking puts a lot of fat on you. So that Southern culture of drinking a shit ton of soda per day ended up making people get really fat when they changed it to corn syrup. But in Mexico, they never changed it to corn syrup. It's still fucking sugar cane. And
that's why it tastes better.
Yeah. Here, if you want the real thing, man, you go to the Mexican market. And they'll have Mexican...
Which we have one, not that
got a restaurant, they got Mexican Coca-Cola. And it's in glass. It's in a glass bottle.
It tastes much better. I'm not a big Coke fan. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big soda person, but...
We have it here, but we call it Coke Throwback.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other throwback. When it says throwback, it's because it's sugar cane. Yeah, it tastes a lot better. And you can drink a lot more of that and not put on a lot of fat. And there was an old guy I worked with at fucking Electrolux. He was an ancient motherfucker even when I met him in the 90s. He was fucking already... He was from the early 19... He was born in the early 1900s. He was in his late 80s. Yeah, all you people getting fat. And it's because they changed the corn syrup. We used to drink that sugar cane Coca-Cola all the time and we never gained any weight. And I thought he was full of shit until much later. I was like, no, that's absolutely true. Sugar cane doesn't sugar cane, Coca-Cola that has a lot of sugar cane in it doesn't fucking give you the same insulin response as you would get out of fucking drinking something that has corn syrup in it. It's not as strong an insulin response. So there's something about the way your body processes those calories and the insulin response associated with it. If you won't gain as much fat drinking sugar cane as you will corn syrup. Corn syrup's fucking deadly. Make you really fucking fat.
Well, and the thing about corn syrup too is that because of the corn lobby, they put corn syrup in everything, even stuff that you don't expect it to be in. Like it's in bread, it's in any kind of like packaged foods or anything like that. Like it's in everything pretty much.
Corn is what you use to fatten cattle.
Yeah.
And Mexico was built an empire based on corn, and it wasn't modern corn. They used ancient corn, which looked more like wheat. But, now modern corn you can produce, like, the corn cob that you're thinking about, that's a modern construct. That's not what the Aztecs had. Their shit was smaller.
Okay. Yeah, it almost looks like a wheat stalk. Like wheat. I think it was called teosinte or something like that, like the original plant that it was.
Thank those damn Mexicans for all this fat. because they came up with this corn action.
Well, that's the thing. Back in the day, you needed stuff to be calorie dense because like you didn't know when you were going to eat next. Now we got food falling out our asshole, and it's like
the Aztec.
We don't need that calorie dense food anymore.
The Mayans and the Aztecs, they were all a type of Mayan. They were geniuses. They were extremely advanced. There were certain things that they didn't have in the 1500s, in like the wheel, but they didn't need it. They didn't have roads in the same way, but they knew about corn, and they knew about stars, and it was kind of amazing what they came up with. You could build an entire empire based on corn. There wasn't enough protein to feed everybody. They were kind of cannibalistic. They ate a lot. They ate people.
Meat's meat.
It's just, you had to eat somehow. Now later, Spain introduced the pig to them, and everything, all fucking Mesoamerican food or Aztec or Mayan type food that has pork in it, or Mexican food that has pork in it. Originally, that same recipe had humans in it, but
people
only real rich people ate the flesh from sacrifices because they were sacrificing people. But that's all part of the fucking macho nature of the fucking Mayan and Aztec empires. They were fucking tough, bro. They were like something out of the Klingon Empire off of Star Trek. A lot of respect for them. But they were extremely intelligent and they were an empire built on corn. Kind of like the Chinese built on rice, But corn was, I think, better than rice. As far as nutrition.
Next Dimension Media says, just checking in what y'all drinking tonight. This is vodka and pineapple Fanta.
Pineapple Fanta.
Of all things. It's actually quite good.
Yeah. I found
that pineapple Fanta
Fanta's fucking really good.
Like I said, it's very pineapple forward. I could smell it before I even opened the new bottle. Like, I was like, woo, you could smell it's very pineapple-y.
If you need just like an instant vodka mixer, just something you can do with ice, fucking pineapple Fanta. Very good. It has like a tropical flavor to it, and everything is cheap. You just nothing to it.
It's delightful.
Pineapple Fanta. Now the Brazilians mix it with fucking orange Fanta. They call it a hi-fi.
Yeah, we had that before.
Had that too, but I kind of like the pineapple better.
Yeah, I do too.
It's just they didn't have orange in Brazil. They didn't have pineapple in Brazil. They had it, but it was not the same. It wasn't as common as orange Fanta.
David Brown said, I bought sugarcane Dr. Pepper in glass bottles from Walmart. Unfortunately, $36 for a 12-pack. Yeah, they're gonna charge out the fucking wazoo for that shit. $3 a bottle.
It's good though.
It is good, yeah. It's better. I mean, obviously you wouldn't get that like all the time because that's a little pricey, but like just for a treat, I guess.
It's a lighter kind of stuff. It's a lighter, more brisk flavor. And there's something about it. You can drink it faster. It has kind of like a creamier flavor. It's more analog. There's something about corn syrup that kind of, in a weird way, has like a digital artificial flavor to it or something.
It's like the difference between vinyl and CD.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not a real big soda person. Like, if I'm somewhere and soda's kind of the only option, then yeah, I'll drink like Sprite or 7-Up or ginger ale or something like that. Or root beer. I like root beer. But it's like, I don't drink soda at home unless vodka's in it.
There's something about sugarcane being less processed, and I think your body doesn't respond to it as it doesn't have a really strong insulin response to it like it does fucking corn syrup. Corn syrup, there's something about it. It's too sweet, and your body reacts to it in a certain way, which causes you to store it as fat. At a higher rate than it would be if it was just sugar.
Well, hello there said, I lost my taste for cola after working in a movie theater as a teenager where I drank way too much. Iced tea is my beverage of choice. Yeah, I mean, tea's good too. I actually like green tea. I used to get that Arizona green tea. That's pretty good. And I drink a lot of coffee, obviously, like both hot and iced. But other than that, I pretty much just have water all the time.
Ancient Discovery's saying hello from Greece again. What's up, bro? See you.
And when we were talking about, like, a while back when I was saying about my grandma, like, only drinking coffee and cola, and then when I drank water, she thought it was weird, like, and how I would rust my pipes and stuff. I have seen, because you know how there's, like, big discussions about why did you know, people like boomers and stuff like that, like why did they look so much older when they were younger? Like why do older people look younger nowadays? And some people said, well, there's probably a lot of reasons for that, but one of the reasons might be is that back then they didn't really drink water all the time. Like they didn't take water bottles with them, like wherever they went they didn't stay hydrated. And staying hydrated is actually really good, like for your skin and stuff like that, like you don't dry out. So that might also be another aspect.
Ancient Discovery says that they fucking drink orange Fanta and vodka in Greece also.
Yeah, so it's probably...
It's real common in South America. Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Brazil, Chile, they had that. Fanta was very common there. And orange Fanta was a lot cheaper and easier to get than, say... This is back in the 80s when I was living in Brazil as a kid. It was easier to get that Fanta orange than it was to, say, get any kind of, like, pasteurized orange juice. You know what I mean? You know, something out of a fucking... It was harder to get that. So vodka was going to be mixed with some kind of soda. And one of the best ones to mix it with was Fanta orange. And it was good. It was refreshing. It was cheap. You could buy it on the streets. You could party with the girls and shit. The Carnival would have all that and fucking sangria. But in Brazil, they called it a hi-fi, like hi-fi stereo. Hi-fi is what they called it. In the United States, our version of it is just vodka, orange juice, and ice. And we call that a screwdriver. Yeah.
Which I drink all the time when I
screwdrivers. That's a very.
I like a whiskey and Coke every now and then, but I'm mostly a screwdriver girl. We got a very generous super chat from Lock.
What's up?
In New Zealand.
Thank you.
Been a while since tuning in because of work. Used to go by Bryce on here. Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
but changed because of paranoia. Haha. Anyways, love the show. Thank you very much.
What's his new name now?
Lock.
Lock. Okay.
LOC.
Okay.
With numbers after it. X1T or something. Camp Guy says, I'm kind of trying to lose weight, so that's why I'm looking at high protein, very low and very complex carbohydrate, similar to keto, paleo, 1 meal a day, raw asparagus, broccoli, steel cutouts, peanuts. Yeah.
But all about losing weight.
And Oracle is saying, too, like, tobacco smoking also went down, which is a factor. Yeah, I think it was, like, a factor of a lot of things. People weren't laying out baking in the sun as much as they used to. Yeah. People don't smoke as much as they used to. People don't drink as much as they used to. People actually like hydrate and are more concerned about their health. I kind of feel like, and I saw somebody comment this, they said, you know, back in the 70s, and I remember this, if you were like into healthy food, people thought you were a weirdo. Like, oh, one of those weird health nuts.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Why ridiculous. Like, why are you jogging? Why are you eating granola? Like, why? Like, they'd make fun of you.
Well, they were in that area. They were fucking live fast, die young. Mentality. And they assumed, well, by the time you're 35, you're old and done with anyway.
Might as well get the old lady haircut and put on a muumuu.
They have no idea how well you can age. I just came back from the biker bar. There was a girl in there. It's the second time I've seen her. I called her a girl. She's 73 years old. She looks fucking great. And her boyfriend was like early 50s, and he looks about like I do. You would never know that woman was in her 70s. And she was just some old pole dancer, stripper. They live over there at the fucking where all the fucking STDs are up there.
The villages.
They live at the villages. And they were
knew immediately what you were talking about.
You and your wife need to come down to the villages. We don't want to catch them on STDs. And they're laughing.
They know all about it.
And I told them about tomorrow at the Axe Trap. And they go, okay, yeah, we'll check it out. We might check it out. So
they might have a good time.
Yeah, I said, and the Axe Trap, and it says, yeah, it's where the booby trap used to be. Oh, yeah, we know where that is.
Yeah, Lee Road.
And I said, yeah, the new version is called the Axe Trap. Go down there tomorrow. She goes, yeah, we'll be up there. That's what they said. But he's like 50 and she's like 73. But she had dark hair and skinny and she just looked...
If you like 80s music, you'll have a fucking great time.
You would never know she was in her 70s. And if you were to take her back to the 50s, they wouldn't believe that woman was in her 70s. They would think that she was in her 30s. Because they just didn't age well back then.
Well, remember,
they didn't give a shit.
When we did the show, we just did the show Wednesday night about high-exploitation movies, and it kind of blew my mind that in Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, Bette Davis was my age.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
She was 54 when she made that movie, and I'll be 54 in a few months.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, I know she exaggerated, like, with makeup and stuff, but if they do close-ups and stuff like that, she's still very wrinkly.
Yeah. Some of the hottest fucking porn stars in the industry, in terms of how much money they're making and how they're in their 50s. They're in their mid-50s.
Yeah.
Sometimes late 50s. You know,
like I said,
Lisa Ann.
There's just like a lot.
That didn't exist a long time ago.
No. Like I said, that people live healthier lifestyles now. It's a lot easier to access
hormones and steroids,
stuff like that. Yeah, people are more aware of it.
Yeah. Diet, exercise.
Yeah, so I think the pollution's a lot less than it was in the 70s.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors.
With what me and Jen do, there is a very good chance that me and Jen will live into our 90s and look pretty good.
Don't jinx it.
Unless you can be struck down by an illness, cancer.
Yeah, I mean, anybody can get that. Yeah. Like I said, we've had friends that died in their 30s.
Yeah.
Actually, one girl we knew was 29, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, but that was a fucking what do you call it? A cyst in her brain.
Yeah,
that was one. And then other dude just died. A friend of mine just died from fucking heart problems and fucking had a damn heart attack. But he was overweight. I mean, we're talking about the people that are in good shape and take care of themselves. You can get struck down. Like there was a little hottie that we knew, a little gothic hottie, just eaten up by cancer. And she was gorgeous. Remember her?
Yeah.
Fucking I forgot what her name was, but it
was a while back.
Yeah, every time I see her, like, man, I can't believe it. You know what I mean? She just got eaten up by cancer, and it started in her uterus. Uterine cancer just ate her up. So there's always bad luck.
Yeah, you can't prevent everything.
Right, and who knows how she got that? That might have come from something she ate, something that in the environment might have done that. Because a lot of animals that live in the wild don't die from cancer as far as we know, although we can't watch all these animals.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like kind of...
But I think there's a lot of stuff in the human environment that is bad. Because there was a lot of people that used to die from shit fucking the 1800s. You go, yeah, that's fucking mercury did that to you. But they didn't have any fear of mercury. They didn't know anything about it.
Yeah, they just drank the shit. They didn't know any better. It's pretty.
Yeah. Well, or they were using mercury to fucking do things like work with hats.
Yeah.
And going crazy and getting cancer. And
yeah,
shit.
There's a reason why Mad Hatter was a thing.
Yeah. So, but, it's weird, I'm getting older, and I was a huge Billy Idol fan, and fucking I liked fucking the album Cyberpunk. And at the beginning of Cyberpunk, they were talking about people living older and fucking through fucking drugs and fucking biotechnology and shit. And they're like, yeah, all that shit's coming true. It's called HRT and hormone replacement therapy and the drugs that are out there. There's stuff that with artificial intelligence, if you ask the right questions, it'll tell you what everybody's using and how much it is and how to get it. And it's all off-label uses of drugs that have been around for a long time. Most of the drugs I take were around in the 1960s, but I'm not using them in the way that they were originally intended to. But I must be doing something right, because I'm 57. And I'm blowing most of these fucking dudes in the 50s from the 1950s, and I blow them away. They wouldn't look like me. They didn't look like me by the time they were 30. So, and I just took the shit into my own hands. Training myself, trained Jen, and just looking at what other people did, And we're the cutting edge. The medical community is always behind because there's a lot of legal restrictions.
Yeah, they don't want to get sued.
They don't want to get sued. So the cutting edge is always people experimenting on themselves. Which when you're younger, you got a lot to lose, but when you're older, you don't have as much to lose. So you might as well try some of this shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to a point now where it's like I'm not old. It's just that I'm not 20 anymore, so it's like I don't have as much to worry about. So I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'll take this shit. Why not?
Yeah, because if you look at it on paper, we only have a 20-year lifespan left. 20 years, nothing when you're in your 50s. You're like, shit, 20 years? But 20 years ago, that was like yesterday.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, like, yeah, let's try some of this shit. That seems to make sense. What worked for other people, you know? But I'm a huge proponent of fucking testosterone, estrogen for women, anabolic steroids, working out. But you have to do things at therapeutic levels. You have to understand what you're doing and why you're doing it and what the goals are. And you can have very good results. And me and Jen have just now embarked, you're talking about weight. If you gain a lot of weight, looking old and being in bad shape has a lot to do with weight. Like today when I was at the fucking club, or at the biker bar, spent a lot of time talking to a couple who were my age. But they were like 40 pounds heavier than me and was fat. And they seemed to be like old people. Very nice, though. Next to them was a couple, a fucking guy in his early 50s and his girlfriend who's in her mid-70s, and they looked young. Why they look young? Because their weight was under control. They were thin. Okay, so it's not a lot of stress on them. So having low fat content and high muscle content has a lot to do with how you appear and your levels of health. So one of the things that's out there right now to help you reduce fat content is GLP-1. And me and Jen have just started fucking around with GLP-1. I want to lose 5 pounds.
Because you can get it.
You can get it. You can get it. And I got it through black market sources for fucking pretty cheap. Okay, GLP-1 is also known as...
Like, not cheap, but much cheaper.
Much cheaper.
Yeah.
You can get fucking 10 milligrams of it for $100.
Yeah, which is like a quarter of the price.
It's about one quarter. Normally it's $400.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ozempic is $400 for 10 milligrams. But a cheaper version of it that you have to fucking add alcohol water to, sterilized water to fucking bring it back, and then you're going to have to do your own needles and shit like that. You can get that for about $90 for 10 milligrams. And you're going to want to take anywhere from 1 to 2 milligrams a week per person.
So you don't have to take much.
You don't have to take much. It's a tiny little drop. And it's known as Ozempic.
Yeah, Fourth Jordan was just asking about that.
Yeah.
We just started. Not Ozempic, but it's generic. It's the same thing.
It's generic Ozempic.
We just got it from someplace else.
Yeah, it makes you a little nauseous.
Wink, wink. Yeah, with the first injection, because I've done 2. The first injection I didn't feel anything because it was small. But I got another injection last night, and this morning, I felt the nausea.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm kind of low-key nauseous most of the time anyway, so it's like, it sucked, but it went away after about 20 minutes. So I wasn't too... And then the rest of the day, I didn't feel any more nauseated than usual. You know what I mean?
So depending on your goals and everything, like for me, I only want to lose maybe like 5 pounds of fat. So that would be easy to do with Ozempic. I have enough that would theoretically, based upon the algorithm, the AI models, I have enough to probably trim 20 pounds of fat off Jen.
That's what I'm shooting for.
Yeah, we're going to see.
We'll see what it looks like. I just want to see what it looks like.
That will take about 3 months.
Yeah.
To get through. I'll be done in about a month. And then
I'm less worried
I'll
about...
buy more if I have to get more.
I'm less worried about weight than I am like...
What you look like in the
what I look like.
Because Jen has very muscular legs.
Yeah, I have big because I do like a lot of leg shit. Like I do I have a squat machine and all that other kind of stuff. Yeah,
she's got great muscular legs.
So I have big thighs.
Yeah, nice big thighs, nice big fucking muscular booty, and it's not fat, it's muscle. Okay. Jen weighs what I weigh.
Yeah.
Jen weighs about 180.
Yeah.
Okay, and I weigh 180. There's different fat. We're both short and fucking muscular. But we're going to train. There isn't much fat on Jen. But, you know what I mean? She's females. Females always have more fat than men do.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of a little... I don't want to get skinny or nothing like that. I just want a little bit...
More of an hourglass shape.
Off my waist?
All around the... It's her fat's all around the waist.
Yeah, like a dude.
Yeah. And it's a lot of it has to do with her age. She's 53 years old, so
yeah,
that's
and
where
I'm
it's going to be.
postmenopausal, so it's gonna.
That's just.
Although it kind of gathered there before that anyway. Yeah. Although I will say that prior to menopause, I did actually put a lot of weight on my thighs. But that's not. I mean, now it's like a lot better. I guess especially because I started doing like a lot of weightlifting. Mm-hmm. With my legs.
You guys know how I am.
So my legs have all like tightened up now. Yeah, like they're not baggy.
Yeah, look at her arms. Look at her arm. All right, there's no hangy.
And she
used to have that, but
I had a big hangy,
nice, big muscular. Yeah,
and I don't even do much arms, honestly.
Yeah, just a little bit. She's very
once or twice a week. I just do some curls. Yeah. That's about what I.
She's got a lot of muscle on her, and it's a lot of lower body muscle. So we're gonna put her on GLP-1.
Yeah, I could probably kill you with my thighs for real.
Like, and she'll lose about 5 or 6 pounds in the first month, and we'll see. And then
I want to reassess. We'll reassess. Like I said, I'm not worried about the weight necessarily. I just want to see like what it looks like.
Yeah, when you're an enhanced athlete, you're on gear and you're lifting. A lot of the fucking statistics that are talking about height and weight don't really matter. They're not as important for us because they're based upon, I'm going to call y'all normies. Normies are not enhanced. Okay? We weigh more. If you're enhanced, you're going to weigh more because you're working out. You have more, the muscle's denser on you. So we don't really care how much we weigh. We care about what it looks like in the mirror, what the proportions are like. If you look at, like, you go on Instagram, you go look at these muscle mommy, these hot ass muscle mommy girls and shit like that. They weigh a lot. They weigh more than you think they weigh.
Well, muscle's very dense.
Muscle's very dense. Yeah, and they don't look fat. They're just very curvy. Yeah, big arms, big legs, big boobs.
But yeah,
so we're fucking with GLP-1 right now.
We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I don't want to be on it forever. I just want to see. I just want to shave off. 15, 20
What you do with GLP-1 is you're on it until you get to about the shape that you want, and then you kind of back off, and then you can continue. A couple months later, you can go back on it at a very low dose just to maintain.
Yeah.
Just to maintain a certain amount, to maintain that shape. Until you die. Here's something else. If you're doing what me and Jen are doing, you have to make a commitment. You do this until you die.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other. Just be on it, like forever.
This whole thing. Well, I'm just going to inject this and once, and it's going to be. No, you're on it.
No, you have to keep doing it
forever.
But like I said, I always just think of it as like any kind of maintenance,
just like anything else.
Because I mean, if you had diabetes, you'd have to take insulin all the time. Or
if you're a chick that uses makeup. You're going to be on makeup forever.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's just like that.
You got to fucking condition your hair every day. You got to fucking shave everything.
You're working out a couple times a week. You're eating a certain way forever. But that's just how it is. You want to live. And you want to look good living. We're going to die. I just want to look good when I die. I want to die strong. And, I've fucking checked the trend how dudes like me die. They die about the same time other people die, but they die. They're strong. They look good when they die. There's no convalescence. That's great, because if you look how other people die, there's a convalescence period.
Yeah, you don't want to be like
5-6 years
stuck up in your house for like years and like you can't move and people got to wipe your ass for you and stuff like that.
And you just get weaker and weaker. You don't want that.
I mean, that just seems like a big bummer.
You want to be strong, and then you just struck down. There's a couple weeks period where we're like, oh, that's it. You get sick and you die. Because it's going to come anyway. Unfortunately, but that's the way of the force.
Klaus and Tanya are here.
Hey, what's up,
Saying
Klaus?
hi, Jen and Tom. How are you? We're good.
How you doing?
We're good.
Good to see you.
Camp Guy said, my mother is a Betty Davis lookalike. Was. Good. Flaming dark auburn red hair and giant bug eyes. Yeah. She had Betty Davis eyes. Yeah. I remember that song. She made it to 89 years, 10 months.
Oh, yeah.
Never had a hysterectomy, even though the OBGYN she went to wanted to cut on her. Yeah, it's like they're always wanting to take bits out.
Well, they make money.
I mean, if it has cancer in it, then okay, fine, take it out. But it's just kind of like, don't take out shit that you don't. I still have all of my shit. I still have my appendix. I still have my tonsils. I still have my wisdom teeth. I had nothing removed. I never needed to. Like, nothing gave me a problem. So, I guess I was lucky in that regard. But I never had to have anything removed. I know a lot of people did have to have their appendix out or their tonsils or whatever, but I never had to have any of that.
Well, throw it down. He asked, "What do I think of Ozempic?"
Yeah,
The thing is though, Ozempic itself and the name brand shit is overpriced. You can get GLP-1 generic shit through other makers now because it's off patent. Okay, anybody can make that. The stuff that I get comes in a vial, but it's powder, and you add.
You have to buy like sterile
saline,
like saline water.
Goes in there to.
You can buy it on Amazon for like $13 or something.
Like $13, and then so you have to have certain medical skills, very basic medical skills, to mix it and to make sure. But you can find all that shit. Dude, there's artificial intelligence will tell you how to do all that. And instead of $400 for 10 milligrams, I get my shit for $90 for 10 milligrams. And you got to pay shipping. And I'm paying through cryptocurrency, and it's come from overseas. So I'm getting around all that shit. I don't fuck with the American medical system. It's too profit driven.
Tanya says Jen looks awesome. Thank you very much. And Klaus says Jen is awesome. Well,
yeah.
Thank you very much. I don't know what to say.
You guys wait. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes over the next 3 months, because we're both going to be losing a lot of fat. We're going to look shredded. I'm already looking kind of shredded. Jen's going to shred down. We're going to see how Ozempic goes. We know that what we have is good because we're both kind of fucking nauseous.
Yeah, not bad.
That's the first thing that happens is you get a little bit nauseated.
Yeah. Which it kind of sucked feeling like that, but one, I knew what it was, and I was like, well, two, I was like, oh, well, maybe it is actually doing something. Because you guys know, I take shit, and it doesn't do much of anything, and it's kind of a bummer. So I was kind of thinking, we spent money on this stuff. I'm like, God damn, I hope this does something, at least, like that it's supposed to do, because I wouldn't want to have spent all that money for nothing. Because a lot of shit doesn't do anything when I take it.
Under the American system, GLP-1, also known as Ozempic and shit like that, GLP-1 is being fucking sold as a diabetes prevention, which it would do that. I
mean, that's good too. I mean, diabetes runs in my family, so I could probably use that.
And the reason why they're calling it diabetes prevention is so they can sell it through the insurance companies. Yeah. As preventative maintenance.
To get the insurance companies to
if you have insurance. So that's everything is a game. All right, the American medical healthcare system is a game.
Yeah, it shouldn't be, but it is.
It shouldn't be, but it is. I think it's all a game. Even in other countries, it's a game. It's just depends on who's taking your money and what they're giving you. I don't trust any of them. I'd rather pay for my own shit. I was talking to Sophie, because Sophie's doing shit too. And she was like, the American system, you actually don't need them. I says, no, you don't. You can buy, there's all these online companies that can do blood work on you. They'll send you all these kits to prevent cancer, to test for cancer. You do not need a government system here in the United States to do anything for you. It's cheaper to go through all these fucking private companies that can do this for you. The difference is that people that are accessing the private system are smart enough and care enough, and they know what questions to ask. Like, I want to check myself for cancer. They're coming out with a new probe, an ultrasonic probe that you can plug into your cell phone, and you can run it through your whole body, and AI can do an internal image of your body. And if anything looks unusual, it will tell you need to see a doctor, because we think you have thyroid cancer, or we think you have prostate cancer. Go have that shit checked out. Well, that little probe is $400 right now. But soon it will only be worth about $100. You will be able to scan your own body. You can have yourself tested, all your blood, all your fucking bodily fluids. You can send them in to these little private companies. They would test you for fucking cancer. And they come back and say, we think you might have certain kinds of cancer. You need to go to the fucking doctor. That shit ends up being cheaper than having them taking it out of your fucking taxes. Okay? They would call it, well, it's you know, state health care. Private health care would be better. Now the technology's out there. But the thing is that most people are idiots. And they're not going to be checking this shit until they're already dying. That's the key. You need to be caring for your own fucking health. And paying for these tests. Because I want to fucking buy that scanner. And I want to test myself for cancer. And if the shit comes out. And I can always go to the VA. You only need, in the American system, when it comes to they're going to cut into you. You need them. For right now. But the other shit, you could do it all on your own. And it would probably end up being cheaper than so-called state health care. Because it takes so much out of your fucking...
Well, insurance, private health care is
even more expensive.
Even more expensive.
I would fucking
I have not had insurance since 2016.
No, fuck that. The way to do it is to go through all these private companies online and check yourself. But you have to be cognizant enough and intelligent enough to know when to check yourself. And then you have to have the discipline to buy it. And then go look for help. That's the next thing is I'm going to check myself for a bunch of cancer. And it's like $100 to check you for like 4 different kinds of common cancer. How do you go wrong with that? $100. And then they give you the results online.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that you can go to any CVS in America
and get yourself shit wrong.
Well, no, what I was going to say was that they have a kit that you can basically poop on a card and then send it in.
Well, this one is pissing on shit, shitting on shit, and taking fucking blood.
Yeah,
and then it's like 5 different ones, and it comes back for like $100, and it'll tell you online.
There's a lot of places that
There's
do that.
a bunch of shit.
Like I said, I think you can even go to CVS and buy a kit. Like you don't have to get it online.
Yeah,
they got all kind of tests at CVS.
In the future, you won't even need doctors. You'll be able to lay down on a table. You swipe your fucking card. They'll give you credit and everything, and you get in there, and it fucking injects you, knocks you out, does a whole surgery, and you come back out like something out of them. Prometheus.
Just like Prometheus.
Yeah.
Well, when we saw that movie, it's just like I was kind of like, man, I want one of those.
Yeah.
I want a surgery machine.
Yeah, if you don't have the money, they'll just give you a credit. You can pay it.
You just go in there and it finds out what's wrong with you, and then it just does it.
It just does it.
And then you just get out.
Yeah, and you owe me $30 a month.
I'm just like, nice.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I mean, I think eventually it probably will go that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Klaus said, "Is there a topic?" No. Friday is always
no. The topic is we're getting drunk. We're talking about.
That's why it's called Sidetracks. Speaking of which, my shit's empty. I need some more pineapple Fanta with vodka in it. Well, hello there. Said about 12 years ago, I lost 50 pounds in 3 months and quit smoking at the same time. It was hell. I don't recommend it. Yeah, I can imagine. I went through a thing. I think I mentioned this before, but I used to be much heavier. And I went through a thing where I finally got sick of it. I was well over 200 pounds. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing something about this. So I didn't stop eating entirely, but I did like severe calorie restriction, like under 1,000 calories a day. Like no sugar, hardly any carbs. It was basically like black coffee, gum, scrambled eggs, oatmeal. That was about it. You know what I mean? And it worked. I lost almost 100 pounds in about 5 months. Eventually I got down to 118 pounds, which was the lightest I've ever been, but I kept passing out all the time. And I started having heart palpitations. So I had to go to the doctor for that and all this other kind of shit. So it probably wasn't the healthiest way to do it, but at least I got all of it off. Because honestly, it kind of sucks. I must have like the slowest metabolism on earth. Like all my mom's side of the family is all like that. Basically, if I want to lose weight to any appreciable degree, I have to like not eat. Like I have to eat like hardly nothing, and it's just, it sucks, but that's just the way it is. Some people can just eat and eat and eat, and it's like they'll still lose weight. It's like, I've heard about it, especially dudes. Like, I feel like dudes lose weight easier in general. And so I've heard, like, I've had male friends be like, I just stopped drinking, like drinking alcohol, or I stopped drinking soda and I dropped like 20 pounds. I'm like, I fucking hate you. That would never, ever happen. I literally have to eat like nothing. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was having black coffee and scrambled eggs with like nothing but salt and pepper on them. Like no butter, no nothing. You know what I mean? And it did work. And I think grapefruit juice. I was drinking some grapefruit juice too. Because I was trying to get my cholesterol down also. Because they were going to put me on statins. You know, this anti-cholesterol drugs. And both my mom and my sister were on them at that time. And she's like, Jenny, don't go on those. It's like they make you feel like crap. And I was like, well, I don't really want to take them. One, because I can't afford it. Two, I don't really like taking stuff like that. So I said, I'll just try to get it down myself. So I cut out like a lot of dairy, a lot of meat, a lot of shit like that. Like now I obviously don't worry as much about it. But it did work though. I got my cholesterol way fucking down. I got it like down in the normal range where it had been like kind of high before. Zach said I have a similar issue, Jen. It kind of blows. It does. Because, man, I love food. You know what I mean? It's just that I can't... Food doesn't love me back, is all I'm saying. You know? Zach also says, so work last night was interesting. I was the only person among the other janitors who mostly knew English. Kind of felt like I was the guest star in a telenovela.
In a what?
A telenovela.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. We have to learn Spanish, I guess. CB says, I'm 39 and I only have one filling. Yeah, I have one filling. Now I have one tooth in the back, like the very, very back, that cracked. And mostly fell out. Like a little bit of it's still in there. But other than that, I didn't really have any cavities or nothing like that. Like I said, I just got really lucky. I never had to have braces. I never had to have any kind of surgery. I never broke any bones my whole life. I sprained an ankle real bad one time that had to have a cast on it, but that's about it. Like I haven't broken any bones.
There says Tom getting hair is just me. There's no hair. What are you talking about? No, I get up in the morning.
Hair where?
Where hair?
Where hair?
When I get up in the morning, I get in the shower and I just fucking shave my whole fucking head and my face around. That's it. I don't have hair. Hair is a thing of the past.
Who needs hair? I need hair.
Hair's for sissies.
Is it? So I'm a sissy?
No, we're talking about dudes.
Oh. Hair's for sissies. I'm still trying to grow it out.
Yeah.
I want big, beautiful, long, more
yeah,
hair.
She's getting long hair.
Yeah, it's getting there. Like I said, it's still shorter under here because this was the part that was shaved off.
Yeah.
But it's grown a lot, like in the last year or two. So it's still two different lengths, but it's okay.
Yeah, they were talking about Jen's body. Jen, actually, her body style is kind of like, if you look at porn star Angela White. She's basically like Angela White. But she's gotten a little bit more muscular recently. Now, Angela is fucking decades younger. She's probably just pushing 40 now, I would think. Maybe late 30s. But if you look at Angela White, that's how Jen looks. But her arms and legs are actually better than Angela's. With the gear and the Ozempic, she's gonna look fantastic. She looked good now, but I would think in 3 months after losing that 20 pounds, it's mostly gonna come around the midsection. I was talking to Grok and Grok can scrape a lot of good fucking data from other people saying things and fucking how these drugs work. That's one thing I've noticed about artificial intelligence is that it can accurately predict what will happen if you take drugs. Like, it's very good with steroids, very good with hormones.
Like I said, it's just scraping information.
It's based upon what happened to other people. So it's all averages. In 3 months, Jen's going to look like an Instagram star. Yeah, she's going to look great. She looks good now, but she's going to look great in 3 months.
And then my hair will be grown out.
And her hair will be grown out.
A little bit more,
yeah,
too.
she's getting a nice long hair parted in the middle.
I did my roots today. Because I did a video the other day. I was like, hey, you can kind of see little
We go to the club. We go to the club, and much younger women who've known Jen for a long time have been very impressed. They've been seeing her past years. Like, God damn. Like, Jen fucking pop her legs out. Fucking, look at that. Aurora was super impressed. She's like, God damn. I'm getting ready to fuck this. Like, because Aurora's bi. She's like, Aurora's hottie.
She was super into
God, man, look at God, you know. Yeah. It's to girls out there and females out there. Women get a free ride when they're young. You can play. Beauty can happen. Just pure genetics and diet. Until you're about 35, 36, it starts to kind of fucking go away. But you can reclaim shit and even top it with training. All right? Training and drugs. Hormones. And there's this fucking weird fucking social thing. Well, you took this and that, so it's not real. No, it's real. It's real. It's just that after 35, it doesn't matter fucking if you're male or you're female, your body does not produce hormones the way it did when you were young. So you will not respond to the training. You'll work and train, you'll diet, but nothing will happen because the hormones aren't there. You put the hormones back in there, especially at higher levels, all that shit comes right back. And people are like, well, that's cheating. Well, fucking wiping your ass with toilet paper is cheating.
Yeah, use a pine cone.
Fucking, yeah, use a fucking pine cone. Fucking makeup is cheating. Haircut is cheating.
Shaving is cheating.
Shaving is cheating.
If you're
Everything
go
is
way.
fucking cheating. Here's something you learn when you're in the military. You start getting into fucking special operations through fucking Army Rangers, fucking airborne infantry, shit like. Cheating is part of the game. If you're not cheating, you're gonna lose. Everybody's cheating. Cheating is in the rules. You're supposed to be cheating.
I don't see it as cheating. I think
medicine is cheating.
Yeah.
If you don't want to fucking cheat and go be one of those fucking weird ass Christians that don't take medicine, you'll be dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Glasses are cheating.
Glasses are
just be
blind.
Crutch
is cheating. Putting a cast on your leg when your leg is broken is fucking cheating. You're supposed to be cheating. That's in the rules.
Like I said, I don't even know. I just think that's a dumb
fucker
way of looking at it.
Yeah.
That's a dumb way of looking at it. Because it's like, well, don't you want to be healthy? Don't you want to look as good as possible? Like, then...
Don't you want to live longer than you really should?
Yeah, I mean, it's so just use everything available to you.
And they got dudes, man, it's so fucking funny. Well, I don't want to inject that testosterone, man. Fucking, my testosterone is enough. I said, no, you're not. You're fucking 35, bitch.
Nobody's
Your testosterone is fucking in a tank. It's in a gutter.
It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Well,
it happens to everybody.
And I come at him and go, bitch. And I'll call you a bitch because compared to me, you are a woman. Because my testosterone is 3 times that of a fucking man. My testosterone is 3 times. I'm superhuman. 3 times that of a man. It still works. And you say, well, that's cheating. So is that fucking girl in porn who has the huge fucking implants.
Yeah.
With the fucking
it's like you like that.
Double E, triple, quadruple F fucking beach ball implants.
Yeah, nobody has
You're
that
jerking off to that. That's not natural. That's 7 times the titty a woman is supposed to have.
And here's the thing. These are the same type of idiots that say that are the same type of idiots that would flip out if a girl decided not to shave her armpits.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
You didn't shave. Yeah, you fucking stupid bitch.
Yeah, it's like...
Stupid.
Oh, I thought that was cheating.
Yeah, that's cheating.
You can't have it both ways. Sorry. CB says, Tom, what made you decide to shave your head?
Having poor hair quality. You get old.
Yeah.
And I had fucking fantastic hair. But then it started to thin out a little bit in certain places. I could still pull it off. But I was just like, I'm only pulling it off.
Yeah.
It's not...
It's like it's not magnificent.
It's not magnificent anymore. I'm just getting away with it.
You didn't have like, the fucking, the 80s, the feathered...
Yeah, I was pretty as a motherfucker.
Rick Springfield hair like you had in the 80s.
Yeah, that's real hair. And by the time you get to about 50, that shit... And I was lucky to have fucking gotten away with it as long as I did. And I was just like, nah, this hair fucking sucks. And I shaved it a couple times, but I didn't look that good because fucking I was kind of fat and not muscular. And I let it grow back, and I was still kind of like, getting mediocre. Then I watched my dad fucking die. And that's it. It says, I'm going back in the gym. I'm going on gear. That's it. And then all of a sudden, the shit started coming back. But then you're like, well, fuck this. Fuck hair. Shave hair off. Just get fucking jacked. Do facial hair. So you start coming back as fucking one of these dudes on an action movie. You start like that.
Yeah, because that's like an actual look.
It's an actual look.
Well, it looks purposeful.
Yeah, it looks like you meant it.
It's not like, it's not like those guys that just have like a ring of hair around here. I'm just like, what is the point of that?
You're talking about... See, I was bald before when I was young, too. I was in the Army. I'd shave all my hair off. It didn't really matter.
I remember we had a teacher in school who had the ring of hair and he had the comb over.
The comb over.
And we were just like, why, bro? Just like shave it off. Like, no, you're not fooling anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're not fooling anybody.
It's okay.
When you get to the point to where your hair is compromised, who are you fucking fooling? Everyone can see that your hair is weak.
Yeah.
I didn't even
your bald spots.
I didn't even let my hair get weak. As soon as it started to have the suggestion of my hair getting weak, I was like,
he just showed that hair who was boss.
Fuck this, man.
And just shaved it off.
Just shaved it off. And just fucking started. Yeah.
Honestly, hair is such a pain in the ass. I wish I looked good bald, but I don't.
Yeah. The Rock doesn't have hair. All those fucking jack motherfuckers, they don't have hair. When you have high testosterone levels, you're not going to have hair.
Yeah, that's just how it works. Some people can do it still, but it's pretty common that like your hair
you have real high testosterone levels, you're not going to have hair.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of them
hair is for bitches. Hair is for bitches.
Now, hair will grow other places.
It'll grow other places, yeah.
Like
but not on your head. My hair will grow out of my fucking ears.
On your back.
I got hair on my back.
Yeah.
But if you have hair on your head and you're a man, you're a bitch. You're a bitch.
CB says, I work with a guy, he's going bald on top but has long hair.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I get that you want to hang on to, like, I know dudes
You're living in the past.
Yeah, I know dudes that have long hair. Like, they like that. I get it. Like, it sucks, okay? Like, getting old sucks. I understand. I hate it, too. But it happens to everybody. And it's like, there comes a point where you just have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, this really isn't working anymore. I need to, like, get a new look, a new phase in my life. Or just wear hats all the time.
Yeah.
That's you're stuck doing that.
Dudes that are fucking muscular and high testosterone, dudes that'll beat your ass, don't have fucking hair. Because they have high testosterone levels. You got The Rock. You got, who's the dude that was from fucking Pitch Black and fucking Riddick? Fucking, what's his name? Fucking, what's that dude name?
It's right on the tip of my tongue.
What's that? Yeah. You got that dude. Then you got fucking a dude that was, in fucking the new James Bond movies, and he was also in fucking Dune, big dude, fucking Hispanic name, fucking he's small now. He came off all his gear. Dudes that fucking fuck with the shit and work out a lot, and they're doing fucking tests, and they're doing fucking steroid cycles, you're not going to have hair. It's just going to go away. It's just going to... You'll have hair everywhere else but your head.
Yeah, which is fucking weird. Yeah. Bodies are so weird.
Because that's not how testosterone works. It'll kill all the hair on your head, but you'll have hair down your back.
It'll take away the hair that you want.
Huge beards.
And then put hair everywhere else where you don't want it.
You're going to look like a monster. Fucking, this is how it is.
Which is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
CB says, Tom, the hair transplant is the hair from the ass. Yeah, they take your ass hair and put it in your head.
Yeah, exactly. You walk around with your butt hair on your head. What the fuck? I don't understand.
You take all your butt hair and make a wig out of it.
I don't understand the fucking... These dudes with their fucking emotional connection to hair. I was in my 20s in a fucking recon platoon in the 101st Airborne Division. Fucking 1st 327 Recon. Also known as fucking... I forgot the name of this shit. Fucking Tiger Force. That's what they called it in fucking Vietnam. My uncle was in the unit. I didn't have any hair. My shit was fucking shaved. Fucking bald. I could have a full head of hair if I wanted to. Shave that shit bald. Looking hard. You know, so I don't understand the... You know. I could look pretty when I wanted to. I was pretty without hair. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Some of the prettiest women me and Jen know are bald.
Yeah. Like I said, they can pull it off. Though.
They can pull it off. Tall, skinny, black chicks, bald head.
If you have a certain body type and certain face type, yeah. Like I
you don't need hair.
Women look good bald.
And they wear wigs and stuff to fit. You don't need hair. If you're a man and you have partial hair, shave that fucking shit off. Just be bald. It looks so much cleaner.
Yeah, it just really does look a lot better.
Yeah.
We got a super chat from Zach. Says gives whole meaning to calling someone an asshat. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. Making a fucking wig out of butt hair.
Batista, that's what I'm talking about.
Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista, he's
and
bald.
Vin Diesel was the other one.
Vin Diesel about, and Dave Bautista, they're all bald.
David Brownton.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, like I said, that's definitely a look, like the bald jack guy.
The super bald jack dude. They're bald for a reason, because if you're gonna get that jack, you're fucking around with fucking hormones.
And your hair's gonna fall.
And your hair's gonna fall out. Because fucking if you're hyper masculine, you're not gonna have hair. Not on your head. You're gonna have a beard. You have hair down your back.
Yeah.
Jen clips all the hair on my back. I got black hair goes down my back and down the front. Fucking.
That's what you do when you love someone.
Yeah,
you clip their back.
Yeah. But you're not gonna have. You're gonna look like a fucking bald Viking with big fucking beard. And that's my next costume is gonna be. I'm gonna do a barbarian costume. But I have fucking big belt, fucking bald head, fucking beard, battle axes. I'm gonna have fucking fur and shit. I'm gonna have fucking black fucking smeared makeup and shit. And I'm gonna fucking maybe a helmet with some horns coming out. It's gonna be like something out of fucking Conan.
Well, I might do that too then, because then you can just I'll be Red Sonja or something.
Yeah, you can come as Red Sonja. I'll be Conan and you be Red Sonja. Yeah.
Or something. We'll see how it goes.
Red Sonja, hot as fuck.
Because I can't.
Either that or the fucking girlfriend of fucking Black Coast.
Or the pirate one. Yeah, we still gotta listen to that story.
Okay.
We were gonna listen to it last night, but it was kind of late by the time we got around to it. And it's long.
I think her name is like Behan or something shit like that.
No, that's Peter Murphy's wife.
Yeah.
But it was something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I think it was Belit.
Belit. I think it's something.
Or like something like that. I remember saying it like when we did the show about Robert E. Howard.
But you gotta get midriff ready, because she wore a midriff and fucking.
Well, I know, but I mean, I could if it's not.
If everything's gonna work out with the Ozempic, you can.
But if not, then I could modify it.
You can modify it. Ways. Yeah, just put a fucking corset.
Yeah, because that's what I would normally do.
And I have a fucking I want a fucking sword and an axe. Titties. I'll have my titties out.
You put your titties out.
Yeah, man, titties and shit.
I cannot have my titties out. I'll get arrested.
They'll kick you out of the club.
Yeah.
They love it, but her shit's pierced. She's got big old fucking pierced nipple titties.
Yeah. It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Tom pierced them, actually.
Yeah.
That was one of the most painful things I've ever experienced.
Yep.
And I have a really high pain threshold, too.
Yeah, Vin Diesel. Hey, look. I know Vin Diesel's a dick. I've heard like bad things about him, that he's actually a dick. Fucking that a lot of people in Hollywood don't like him. But a lot of people in Hollywood are fucking pussies anyway. Vin Diesel, his 3 Riddick movies, I love them. I got them both. I got all 3 of them. Pitch Black and the fucking other one and the other one, and that third one was really good. I like the Riddick movies. There was also one where he was like he was some kind of genetically altered dude. He would get hot when he would fight. They'd get hotter and hotter. I don't remember what that was. That was pretty good. I saw that one in the theater. But if you haven't seen the Riddick movies, I thought they were pretty good. The second one wasn't as good as the third one, though. The one with the necromongers. I kind of thought that it was okay, but the third one where he was on that planet, I think it was called Furia. That was a good one. Where he's fighting the big fucking giant scorpions. He had his own dog, his alien dog. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I could do a fucking Riddick. I could do a Riddick fucking costume easy. I just have to fucking shave my beard. But my shit grows back only in a couple days, so I don't really grow a long beard. My shit's always kind of like short. I could grow this beard back like in a week. Here comes Jen.
Are you talking about me?
No, I was talking about fucking Vin Diesel.
I'm just teasing. I can hear you.
Yeah. Who's Grace Jones? Grace Jones was fucking...
Wait, who said who's Grace Jones?
Grace Jones, she was in Conan 2. Which, Conan
I was just saying, well, who's going to be Grace Jones?
Oh, I don't know.
Is what
I don't know.
We don't know anybody that could be Grace Jones.
No.
Other than our friend Crystal. She could be Grace Jones.
Crystal could be Grace Jones, yeah.
Yeah. CB said Jenny would look amazing as Evil Lynn from Masters of the Universe. Ooh, I'd have to watch that movie because did I ever see that movie? Probably.
That was the one with that blue-eyed woman that I met.
Meg Foster?
Meg Foster, yeah. I met Meg Foster.
Yeah, she was at
I was grabbing up all on Meg Foster. She was we were kissing on each other a little bit. I said, come on, have a drink with us. She's like, yeah. And she's oh, hold on. No, I can't. Because I could tell Meg Foster liked to drink.
Well, so did we. Yeah, we tried to talk her into it. Because she walked right past our table. Because we were selling books and stuff. And I was like, that's Meg fucking Foster. And Tom jumped out. Hey! She was really nice though. Yeah, I have a picture somewhere. I don't remember where it is. Probably on my Facebook or Instagram or something. But I have a picture of him and Meg Foster that I took. That was a few years back. That was at one of the horror conventions that we went to. Yeah, Joe Satter, my main goes from cool to Muppet hair real quick. Yeah, I mean, mine, I guess I'm lucky in a lot of ways because mine's not super frizzy or curly or anything like that. It's just very straight. When I was a kid, the style was to perm it usually. And I had, my great aunt was a hairdresser. And so she would come to my grandma's house and do all our kids' hair and stuff. And I always wanted ringlets. I always wanted curly hair. And so I wanted like Nellie Olson or something, from Little House on the Prairie. And I was like, I want hair like that. And my hair was red, naturally. And so a few times she tried to do it, she would give me a perm, and try to give me the ringlet curls, and it would look good for a day, and then I would wash it, and it would just all go, and it would just all fall out. My hair is just straight, and it does not want to be anything other than straight. And it's also super, super fine. It's like baby hair. But there's a lot of it, and it's really thick. So it's when I was a kid, it's getting long-ish now, but when I was younger, I had hair down to my ass. And it was super thick. And so I would wash it, obviously, and condition it, but then the whole underside would immediately just be knots. And so my mom used to hang, I would lay down in the bed, on my back, and hang my head over. And then she would have to very meticulously, comb all of the knots out of the underside of my hair. So I want it to be long again, but I know it's going to be a pain in the ass. Because even if I condition my hair, which I do, every day, I just, condition the ends, I still have to... And if I don't condition it, I can't get the knots out. But even if I do condition it, there's still knots. It's just slightly easier. And my hair's heavy. Each individual strand is very fine. But there's a lot of it. And it weighs a lot. But I do kind of want it to be long again. I've had short hair for a while. It's easier, but I don't like it as much. I especially, it's every time I have long hair. And then I'm always man, I'm so sick of this long hair. It's such a pain. And then I'll cut it off in a bob or something. And I'm why the fuck did I do that? It looks so bad. But,
Jen looks awesome with long hair.
Yeah, I think I look better with long hair.
And there's something about it being parted in the middle.
Yeah, because I had bangs for a long time.
Yeah, the bangs look good too, but there's being parted in the middle is sexier, right there.
I'm just trying this for a while.
Yeah.
I might do the bangs again because I do like those, but we'll see.
Well, they're not quite long enough. Let them get
another
they're
not.
8,
Oh
9
yeah,
inches.
like I said, that's another thing because these are the bangs.
Yeah.
So they're not quite as long either, but it's all getting there. It's all getting there. Tom Baker says, I love the 1970s action star William Smith. He also wrote a book of poetry. He was in The Ultimate Warrior from 1974.
I don't remember that.
It's a forgotten but fun sci-fi movie with Yul Brynner. And it had a great soundtrack.
What was it about?
I'm going to have to look that up.
What was it about?
I don't think... I've kind of heard of it. Like, it sounds familiar. But I don't think I've ever seen it.
Sword and sorcery? What is it?
He said sci-fi.
Sci-fi?
I'm going to write that down. The Ultimate Warrior. Because that's kind of a generic title, so...
That could be anything. It sounds like wrestling, almost.
Yeah. To me, it sounds like a ninja movie.
Yeah.
Sounds like one of those ninja movies. I was watching some Brandon Tenold's videos last night about... Because that's usually what we put on if we can't, like, think of anything to watch. I'll just put his channel on and just let the videos play through. And I got on a ninja thing. 9 Deaths of the Ninja and all that kind of stuff. Because he's been on forever and he has so many videos that even though I think I've seen all of them at one time or another, like some of them I haven't seen for many years, so I forgot them. And to be honest, we watch him a lot when we come home from the club. So sometimes when it's like, ooh, Brandon's got a new one and we'll watch it, but like I'm drunk, so it's like a few weeks later I'm like, wait, did I watch that? Like I kind of remember it, but not really. CB says Tom's looking envious of Jenny's hair, lol.
What are you talking about? No, I don't want hair. What are you talking about? I can get hair instantly. I got a whole wig right in there.
And I have a bunch of wigs that you could put on too.
Yeah,
that would actually be really fun. Wigs.
I'll put on the fucking long Conan wig and shit. Get in here and fucking start singing Danzig and everything.
Yeah, he has a long black wig, kind of like this, but like
it's like
thicker,
that. Yeah. I do that all the time.
I have one like this too, but now I don't really need it.
I'm not emotionally attached to hair. I cut hair off all the time when I was young, and I didn't give a shit.
He didn't give a shit about hair.
I don't give a shit. I'm ex-military. What do I give a fuck about hair? That's a civilian.
He shaves off all his hair.
Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, hair is kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I also shave off all my hair. Except
I don't think it looks that good. No, I don't think it looks good on dudes. You know, if I can see a dude, he's got hair. I just think it looks like a bitch.
Well, like hair on the head or...
Hair on the head, yeah.
Well, no, I mean, it depends on what
these
kind
fucking
of
fantastic hairs, and I'm like, yeah, man. You look great. Let me fuck you. Bend over. I fucking jump right in that booty. You look like a bitch. You look like a bitch.
TV said, I don't wet shave anymore. I just take the guard off the trimmer. Yeah. That's what I do with his back, actually.
Yeah.
Because it's too hard to just, like, do the whole thing with a razor.
No, clippers.
Yeah, he doesn't want it, because it gets, like, really long.
Yeah.
Which is weird. Like, I don't really notice it. I don't know why. I just don't really...
Oh, it drives me crazy.
I don't really know... Well, obviously...
getting fucking long. I'm a werewolf.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, you would notice it because it's on you, so it's like it probably it's itchy and stuff. So it's just kind of like... But I don't really notice it. But then, like, you're like, hey, I haven't done it in a while. Like, come in here and do it. And then, like, when we have all the lights on in the bathroom and we're, like, shaving it, I'm just kind of like, oh, yeah, there is a lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me, honestly. I'm not... I know, like, some... I don't really... I'm kind of ambivalent about the whole... Because I know some women like body hair and some don't. Especially, like, you know, around their balls or whatever. I don't really care one way or the other. It is nicer, like, cleaner, like, to have it shaved off.
Well, I'm shaved.
Yeah. And honestly, that is better. It's easier, like I said, it's easier to keep clean. But I'm not...
See?
It's not like a hill I'm dying on. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I come at you like fucking Glenn.
Although, is that... Why? It's not on straight, though. Okay. The part is in...
Where's the part?
Right there. Okay. And then this bit, this is bugging me here.
Okay, go ahead. I can't see it. I'm drunk. I can't see it. I'm drunk.
Gonna fix it.
I can't see it. I'm drunk.
You see, you can't just put a wig on.
So I come at you like that. Heart of the devil, yeah. Oh, yeah. Heart of the devil. See, that doing dancing.
Yes, you are.
I can make a young girl lie down with me because I'm evil. Now, I don't know why you need to be evil to make young girls lie down with you, but that's according to Glenn.
I mean, he wouldn't know.
Yeah.
He's just making some shit up.
Yeah. Yeah, I imagine.
Maybe that was the only way anybody would sleep with him.
Well,
he had to pretend he was a Satanist or something.
Yeah. But it's hard. It's extremely hard to be a Satanist in a world full of atheists. You know what I'm talking about?
Boo-hoo.
Yeah.
I don't feel that's the case.
Yeah, all of a sudden I put this shit on.
Because atheists, and I am one, really don't give a shit one way or the other. As long as you're not pushing shit in my face, I really do not care.
All of a sudden I put this shit on and I'm pretty.
I do kind of like the long black hair, though. It gives you a whole different vibe.
I'd wear this shit to the club.
Oh my god, everyone would die laughing.
They would laugh because they know I'm bald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you don't ever wear a wig.
No, fuck no.
Like, I would wear wigs for a while, like, while I was waiting for my hair to grow out, but I didn't, like, try to pretend that was my real hair. I was like, nah, man, it's a wig. Because I had a couple, like, sometimes girls that didn't know me would be like, oh my god, your hair is so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. I was like, it's not real, it's a wig. Calm down. But, you know, I didn't say it like that.
Zach's saying it's banging. He says that's it.
Oh, no, he said, that was something that was before. Zach said, I only recently heard the story that What's-His-Face from Led Zeppelin stole his shirts from whoever who was banging the night before.
Oh, all right.
That's what he said. That tracks. That tracks. Yeah, CB says, Jenny, if you can't find Tom and one of your wigs is missing, listen for Goodbye Horses. LOL.
Yeah.
Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me. He's got his dick, like, tucked in between his legs and stuff. Like, but, oh my god, don't do it, Tom.
I
Seriously.
Can do that. I'm being a good boy.
Okay.
I'm being a good boy. What are you talking about?
See, you were already drunk by the time you came home. So.
Nah, I'm going to be a good boy. What are you talking about?
That's what's so funny to me. It's like all those fucking rock bands back in the day.
Yeah.
And those, what do you call them? Those fucking hair metal bands in the 80s. They all, like, stole their fucking girlfriend's clothes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If you look at fucking...
But that was supposedly super manly for some reason. Like, everybody...
Even
when I was a kid, because I was, like, a teenager in the 80s.
Yeah.
And I used to get shit all the time for being in a new wave. Oh, you know, Culture Club and Duran Duran, they're all just F words, blah, blah, blah. It's like they're all gay, which they weren't. I mean, Boy George's, obviously, but Duran Duran weren't. And, you know, there was a lot of gender bending going on. And somehow in new wave, that was bad. But then you'd see a band like Poison or something like, or Motley Crue,
yeah,
who looked more like ugly drag queens than the New Wavers did, who at least looked good and stylish. Yeah. And I'm just like, what are you complaining about again? Like, oh, the music we like is gay, but that's like the gayest shit ever. Come on now.
If you look at Motley Crue's first album, fucking Too Fast for Love, right there on the cover. Those motherfuckers are wearing their girlfriend's fucking clothes.
Yeah, of course they are.
And you know that it was the girlfriends that did the hair and the makeups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, no shame. I'm not worried about it. I just the hypocrisy of it used to bother me.
Yeah. They're like, oh man, fuck all that gay shit.
Well, because like when I was in junior high and high school, if you were into new wave, everyone was like, oh, you're gay, blah blah blah. I'm like, but you're listening to that though.
Yeah, you listen to that shit.
That's way gayer.
But the thing is, even back in the day, I understood what I was seeing. They're going back to like the New York Dolls. That's what they were doing. That's all they were doing. Kind of like,
I love the New York Dolls.
It was kind of
actually.
It was kind of like,
they were a great band.
It was kind of like fucking.
I mean, they were kind of terrible, but also kind of awesome at the same time.
It was kind of like gender bending punk rock.
Yeah,
kind of what it was.
Like everyone was doing that. Like I said, David Bowie was doing that. Lou Reed was doing that. It's like not a big deal. But it's just funny how everybody got all up in arms about it. Yeah. Oh, Tom Baker's talking about Late Bar and Secret October. Honestly, if you put a gun to my head and asked me what my favorite Duran Duran song was, I mean, Secret October would be way fucking up there. And that was like a B-side. I think it was B-side of maybe Union of the Snake, I want to say. Because I used to have the 12-inch single. I used to have like all their stuff on vinyl and everything. And some of their B-sides were fucking fantastic. Like I rebought the their first album, and they remastered it and they put like all the B-sides from that era, like Late Bar and what's up, Canada and like some of the other ones. Like they put all of those in their cover of Fame, and they put all of that like at the end of the album, and it's really good. So they might have done that with Rio too. I'm not sure, but I don't think so, because I didn't have that version of Rio. Because I feel like, Secret October, that was like 7 in the Ragged Tiger era. So that would have been like right around 83, I guess. But yeah, they just had some great. I mean, I still love Duran Duran. We listen to them like all the time. I have like most of their albums in my Spotify, and I have Arcadia in the Spotify. And usually we listen to a mix like on the way to the club or whatever. But every now and then Tom would be like, "Man, put on Rio or put on the Arcadia album or whatever," and we'll just listen to like a whole album. Because those are just good all the way through. Zach says, speaking of Led Zeppelin, I'm kind of obsessed with the design of this album and the font on the lyric sheet. So gorgeous. And also, just saying that Robert Plant, yeah, I couldn't remember his name either. Won't lie, dude is kind of hot and kind of weird looking. Yeah, he is a little bit weird looking. I like Led Zeppelin. I was like never super into them. And I feel like in the early 80s, I remember Robert Plant went solo, and he did some solo stuff that was okay. And then he had like a side band called the Honey Drippers, which was like it was almost like an old 50s like soul or doo-wop kind of sound, which was actually kind of cool. There's a lot of the 50s retro like from the 80s. So I don't know if you know about that, but yeah, he did that too. Tom Baker says, I'm assuming he's talking about Duran Duran. They're in the studio with maybe Andy Taylor, new recordings, but he's recording with Duran Duran. Isn't that something? We saw a documentary, it was sort of a documentary, about Duran Duran that was like a few years old. I think it was from, what year was that from? It was on Tubi. I can't remember what it was called. But they were doing this show like on a rooftop in LA. And then it was kind of like a lead up to that, and they were talking about their relationship with LA and all this other kind of stuff. It was actually pretty good. And then they did a show at the end, and Roger was with them, but Andy was not. And then Tom was like, well, wait, which is the one that left? I was like, well, Roger left and Andy left. But Roger came back later. Like, he retired for a little while, I think. Andy went off and, well, he did Power Station with John Taylor, while, the other three did Arcadia. But then after that, Andy Taylor went solo, and I think he had one hit. It was called Take It Easy, I think. And I had that album, but it was just generic kind of rock and roll, so I wasn't like super into it. I had the Power Station one too, but I didn't like it as much as... I mean, I still listen to that Arcadia album, though. That Arcadia album's great. That's kind of more experimental. It's almost like prog rock. But it had like a Duran Duran flair to it, too. And I was really into that. Like I said, and that's still a good album. We listen to that all the time. I have that on my Spotify. Peter Bohr says, isn't Andy Taylor fighting cancer? I thought I had heard something about that, yeah. I mean, they're probably getting up to about that age, probably. We just heard that Bruce Campbell got a cancer diagnosis also.
Yeah, if you live long enough, you're going to get cancer. If you live long enough, you're going to get cancer. It's just how it is.
You know what? I still remember, and I don't know if this is the case, but I remember my science teacher in high school or college or something saying it's like, if you lived long enough, theoretically everyone would get cancer eventually. Yeah. Just because, like, you have fail-safes against that, and obviously some people's aren't as good as others for genetic reasons, because some people get it as children, obviously. But he's like, just for by virtue of your cells just copying themselves, so like it's just kind of like a Xerox, you know what I mean? You keep copying it over and over, and it just keeps degrading, you know what I mean? And eventually the fail-safes are going to fail, and the cancer is going to take over. And he's like, and everyone will get that if they live long enough, but not everyone lives long enough, like they'll die of other things before that happens. So that just like depends on the person. But the thing about it is that cancer isn't just one thing. Like, there's lots of different kinds of cancers. That's why if somebody says a cure for cancer, that's good, but it doesn't really mean anything necessarily, because, like, what kind of cancer are you talking about, Peter Bohr said hair metal was a thing. It was. I just, honestly, like I said, I didn't get it. I feel like it kind of got big when I was in junior high still. and you know, in the early to mid 80s. And I feel like at my junior high, at least in Florida, there was like a very clear divide between at least people that were into music, the hair metal people and the new wave people. And those two groups did not like each other and did not get along. But like I said, that's what I thought was so funny, is that we got picked on all the time, you know, for being into all that, you know, quote unquote faggy music.
It was all faggy.
And I was just kind of like, it didn't make any sense to me. That didn't make any sense to me. Well, I was like, do you not see that is even more? I don't understand.
I saw it even back then though, in high school.
I did too. That's why I was
all that. Yeah.
I'm just
it's entertainment and it's music. You're gonna have a lot of gay people involved in that, and it's artistic people.
And like I said,
they're not gonna be totally conventional. So, and the 80s was
into
kind of like a gender non-binary kind of look.
Yeah, and that came directly from not just Bowie, because I think that was kind of a whole thing that came out of the late 60s. Yeah. But there was a lot of that kind of shit going on. And like in the 80s, you had that, it was very normal.
Yeah. But it was just fucking funny. You'd be in high school, you know what I mean? Be some dude, fuck all that Duran Duran and Aha and shit. That's all fag music. And then the motherfuckers listening to Judas Priest, which was leather daddies.
Rob was actually gay.
Yeah, who was like far gayer.
And like literally none of the dudes in Duran Duran were gay.
Yeah, they were all straight.
I mean, if they were, that'd be okay. But they were all straight. Yeah. They all married fucking supermodels. Yeah. So who's laughing now, you know?
I knew something was up. You know, I was listening to fucking Raw Deal from Judas Priest. Fucking, I'm like, wait, hold on. He made the spike about 9 o'clock on a Saturday. All eyes with him when he walked into the bar. Oh, shit. All those leather cops playing rough stuff. New York Fire Island. Fucking, you know, like, what the hell's going on here? You know what I mean? He's talking about going to a leather daddy bar. Mm-hmm. All those heavy body stealing away for some action. Like, yeah, that's what he's talking about. But, you know, when you're a teenager in high school, you don't, and before the internet, you can't check any of this shit, so you don't know what the fuck he's talking about. He's talking about going to the Spike. The Spike is like in New York, up on Fire Island. Is the fucking Leather Daddy Club. In Boston, it was the same thing. The Manhole. Or the Ramrod. That's what he's talking about. So that's cool. That was Rob's thing. You know? He was a leather daddy.
Before people really knew much about that, like it was more code. Like now it's very obvious. Like if you listen to the lyrics, what he was talking about. But I think back then it wasn't as obvious. Whereas I think the thing that offended people about, you know, people like me that were in a new wave and stuff, and the whole gender bending thing that was going on, was they were like, well, at least the heavy metal stuff was more masculine presenting, I guess. Although, like I said, the hair metal, to me, that was not masculine presenting at all.
No, it was masculine
but
coded.
all of their songs were about banging underage girls and getting drunk and all that kind of stuff, which I guess is quote-unquote manlier. But, you know.
It wasn't all about men.
No, I'm just saying, girls, like, you know, there was a lot of them.
You're talking about,
and about like, partying.
You're probably talking about fucking Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Motley Crue is about getting away with shit. You know, fucking, and they were all straight. Those guys were straight, but but they were wearing their girlfriends' clothes. Yeah, and their girlfriends did all their hair. And
like somehow that was allowed.
Yeah,
but looking like Boy George wasn't.
Yeah,
allowed.
Yeah, it wasn't allowed. Yeah, it was the
even
same.
Though it was the same
thing.
Fucking thing.
It was the same thing. But
and Culture Club had way better music. Sorry.
Well, depend. At the time, fucking, I liked both. I liked both. It was a different energy. I can actually kind of would appreciate. I started off in the new wave scene, listening to that shit in KROQ when I was in California when I was a kid, and then I got into metal, and then I got into goth, and now I'm older. I go back and I look at. I would probably appreciate more fucking Culture Club, probably more, than a lot of the metal stuff. but not all of it. Like, I kind of appreciate Judas Priest more, especially 70s Judas Priest, more now than I did back then. I like very early Iron Maiden, Paul Di'Anno Iron Maiden, now more than I did back then. It just depends, you know what I mean? It depends on what particular band you're talking about, what era. It was all good. I thought it was all pretty good. It's just that they were all very different. Some of this shit was terrible. Like, I couldn't stand White Lion and Poison.
Yeah,
I saw all that shit as fucking just them just trying to make money off of teenage girls. And that was the time I'm checking out of metal. I'm like, metal is fucking, it's for girls. You know what I mean? And they're marketing it towards girls. In a bad way, too. You know what I mean? It didn't have any artistic thing behind it. You could say that you could, because here's what I'm saying. I didn't like fucking White Lion, Poison, and all that shit because it was fake metal marketed towards girls. But you could say that Duran Duran was marketed towards girls, but there was something to it. You know what I mean?
And they weren't
the material was a lot
about
better.
It. They weren't trying to be like over the top. I'm an alpha male, blah blah.
No,
they were just writing regular ass songs.
It's just regular, yeah. But
you know, they didn't have like this.
When
weird,
I was in hyper
masculine image.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I don't really know if it was hyper. When I was in high school, it's just that Duran Duran kind of came off as very much like poppy. But as the more I started to listen to it, when I started getting to my senior year, once I started to get laid, okay, and started to have fucking girlfriends and shit, Duran Duran made a lot more sense to me by that time than metal did. I still liked it, but Duran Duran made a lot more sense because it was a little bit more broader spectrum. You know what I mean? It was actually kind of like more realistic and representative towards real life.
Well, like,
metal wasn't.
No, like it had a lot more depth.
Yeah, metal wasn't, right.
You know, I mean, shit can still be fun. I'm not saying that it's like, because I like some music that's just kind of like, you know, dumb or just.
I can go back and fucking listen to Tears for Fears, and fucking go. That's a little more broad spectrum than metal.
Yeah.
And girls liked that more.
Yeah.
Than guys did back in those days. But I can listen to it now and goes, I can see why girls liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because in high school, of course, girls, they kind of advance faster than dudes do. We kind of grow a little bit slower. And I think it has a lot to do with brain development, you know. So they can see things a little bit, they would just mature faster.
Yeah, generally, yes.
They see things before we do. But, you know, metal was fucking marketed very well. Good metal was marketed very well. It did get a good, solid following. I mean, Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and those and Metallica, they still have very solid followings. Although I loved Metallica when it came out, but there was something kind of sterile about Metallica, especially when it started to go mainstream and they have orchestras play with them. It just kind of brings me back to where I mean, man, I don't think fucking my 17-year-old self would have agreed, but over time, man, I think fucking Judas Priest had it right all these years. I can go back and listen to Judas Priest music, and I know what it is that they're doing, and I'm going, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like that. And it holds up. And when Iron Maiden, it doesn't for me. Iron Maiden doesn't really hold up. And Metallica doesn't really hold up to me for some reason. It's good, but it sounds dated. I don't know. There's no way to describe it.
Well, I think, and just for me, like, I always perceived, and like, no shade to people that like metal, because I know you like metal too, and I like some old metal.
Yeah.
It's just that I always kind of perceived metal to always have this kind of annoying, like, edgelord kind of vibe to it, which I don't really like. So not all of it has that, but I always feel like they were very much trying to be as dark and edgy as possible, and it just seemed too much like performative, and I guess that kind of pissed me off. I was like, if you're gonna be weird, just be weird. Like, don't be naturally weird.
Well, everybody,
like,
everybody in the comment are talking about fucking Motley Crue and metal. There was different centers of metal. L.A. metal was very Motley Crue, fucking Kiss. And yeah, it was gender bending. Those dudes fucking kind of like we're talking about girls, but they look like girls, yeah. The British metal wasn't quite that way. Neither was German metal. Like from Udo Dirkensnyder from Accept. They were a little bit different. So there wasn't one metal. There were several of them. But when Jen's talking from the American point of view, really what fucked metal up was Los Angeles. Los Angeles metal fucking sucked.
And it had like a glam. Yeah. Which is weird because I like glam as its own thing.
New York glam was better.
Yeah.
Fucking.
But I didn't really like the glam metal. I didn't really like that. Which was kind of what hair metal.
LA. Yeah, it was LA.
Like LA.
She's talking about
metal.
LA.
I liked glam as its own subgenre.
Yeah.
You know, I like that.
There were just different metal scenes. And fucking LA glam metal based upon Kiss, even though Kiss was very successful. I'm not going to fucking shit on Kiss. I mean, they sold a lot of lunchboxes. They sold a lot of fucking belt buckles. That's what fucking Kiss was about. Selling posters and lunchboxes and fucking belt buckles. That's what they did. They'd sell albums, but there'd only be one good album, one good song on the album. It had a fantastic album cover, though. You know, that's the way Kiss was. And fucking a lot of the LA metal was in the spirit of Kiss. You know. And that was the problem.
Let's see. Tom Baker says, Sam Neill still looks good. He's 76. I haven't seen him lately, actually. He was so good in The Mouth of Madness. Yeah, I really like Sam Neill, actually. And then Peter Bohr said Duran Duran was and is awesome. I agree.
Yeah, they're very good, yeah.
And honestly, like, I was really into them when I was a kid, and then I listened to them for a long time, and then I kind of went off them for a little while, I guess, because I'd listened to them so much. And then a few years ago, I was like, man, I should listen to some Duran Duran again. I'm like, man, I forgot how fucking good they were. And then I got all their albums again, because I'd given them away in the meantime. And then Tom Baker says Adam Ant. Pete Burns, I saw him in 1997 from Dead or Alive. Yeah, that's another great band.
Poor Adam Ant. Man. Poor Adam Ant today. He's a wreck. I mean, he looks crazy as shit.
I haven't seen him, so
yeah,
I wouldn't know. Like, he played a show, like, I thought, like, a year or two ago, and so I thought he was great, yeah. And then Tom Baker's talking like some old Duran Duran songs, like, I think it's Canada, I think they have, that's a great song. I think that was the B-side of, I want to say Planet Earth, but I could be wrong. It was on their first album for sure, because it's on, when I rebought their first album, it had all the B-sides from that. But I had the B-sides back in the 80s because I bought them all the 12 inches on vinyl. And Tom Baker's like, To the Shore, Friends of Mine. Yeah, I mean, the first two Duran... I mean, all their shit's good, but, like, the first two Duran Duran albums are the ones that I listened to all the way through. Like, all the time. You know what I mean? Those are the ones that are consistently good, like, all the way through. Like, every single song is good. CB says, when I first heard Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World, I thought the lead singer was gay because of how he sounded. I mean, I didn't really think about it.
He's very he's a sensitive dude, fucking Tom. But the thing is, though, look, if you were into that band at that time in high school, oh man, the chicks loved it.
Yeah,
the chicks loved that. You were far more likely to get laid being a fan of those guys than you were fucking like when me listening to heavy metal.
Yeah.
Far, you know,
that's absolutely
even
true.
Though I was getting laid, but back in those days, no.
Yeah, the metal dudes didn't.
The metal dudes really weren't getting all.
Not as much.
No, but by the time fucking 11th grade came around, though, we weren't much into that, you know. No, fucking Tears for Fears was fucking good, real good.
Yeah, I always liked Mad World and Change, and like some of their other shit is really good.
And what they were talking about in the lyrics was a lot more realistic. They were talking about life. Metal didn't quite talk about life. It was a fantasy version of life.
Yeah, it was kind of like I said, it's kind of a power fantasy.
Yeah, it was a Robert E. Howard version.
Yeah. I think that's probably why it didn't appeal to me as much. Tom Baker said, I like Jane's Addiction. That's kind of metal.
Yeah.
I guess they had a little bit of a metal influence. I'm not sure what I'd call it. I mean, they just got lumped in with like alternative rock. I actually liked their first 2 or 3 albums as well. I saw them live a couple of times also. Yeah, Perry Farrell is a douche. But they were a good band actually. Holy shit, what was that show we saw? It was Alien Earth. And they used a lot of kind of 90s alt rock on that, which I thought was kind of cool. Like, it was kind of a weird decision. And I'm pretty sure that on one of the episodes of that, they used a Jane's Addiction song, like, on the closing credits. I think it was Mountain Song, or I can't remember what it was now. But I was just kind of like, holy shit, I haven't heard this in a long time. I used to listen to Nothing Shocking, like, every day.
Yeah.
For a long time. Zach says, would you ever design an album cover art? I have. Actually, I did a couple of Starry Night ones. I've done some for like death metal bands. I've done a couple for Withering Earth. I did one for one's called Kids Without Heroes. I'm trying to think of like some other ones. I've done a couple album covers, like through the years. Not for a while, but I have done a few.
Jen's done all kinds of cover art.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying.
Yeah. For metal bands. Black metal.
Mostly metal. I did a couple of Starry Night ones.
Yeah.
And I did... There's a band called Withering Earth. They're from here, and they're like black metal kind of. And they... What the fuck was the name of that album? Wolves Among Us or something like that. Like, I did that one, and I think I did one other one that they did.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the name of it. So... Yeah, I do them on occasion. I like doing album covers and book covers, you know.
Yeah, horror fan, he likes Accept too. Yeah, Accept was good. Udo Dirkschneider. There were certain elements to Accept that was kind of like very ahead of its time. I mean, back in the 80s, they actually did a song about a dude that was trans. I remember when that came out. That must have been like maybe 87.
Although the Kinks did one.
Yeah.
Like back in the 60s and 70s or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Lola.
Yeah, and they weren't... yeah, but we're talking about metal.
Yeah.
And I don't remember anything of the, fucking anything. I just remember it was about a dude that he was trans and don't worry about it. They didn't make any kind of fucking...
Judgment
towards us. Nice. It was just like, well, don't worry about it. It's just how it is.
It's really weird, how people now are just like, well, that never happened back then. I'm like,
it did.
Yeah, it did. I went
Yeah.
to school with several gay people and a trans person.
Yeah.
So I don't know where the fuck and that was in the 80s, so I don't know where you guys went to school. But it was absolutely going on back then. Sorry. People didn't maybe talk about it as much, but everybody knew about it. I don't know. Did they get picked on? Yeah. They did. But it wasn't like it didn't exist or it's something that like people just made up nowadays. It's like, no. I remember that from the fucking days. A friend I had in school, one of my best friends actually, transitioned later. Trans man. So, she was female when I knew her, but she transitioned like later on. So, and no one really thought that much about it, honestly, let me see. Yeah, CB said, Adam Ant has had really bad mental health problems for years. I kind of heard that, but I haven't seen him lately. I did know that he played here a couple years ago, and I didn't go see him, but a lot of people that we know did, and they said he was great. We missed Gary Newman played here Monday night. And I had forgotten all about it because I meant to get tickets months ago, and then I forgot about it. It slipped my mind. And then we were at the bar last Saturday, and they're like, ooh, Gary Newman. And I'm like, oh, shit, when is that? They're like, Monday. And I was like, God damn it. I was like, I forgot all about it. And then, so, pretty much all our friends went. I saw all the pictures, and they said it was fucking epic. But, of course, we missed it. But, oh, well. We've seen him before, so it's not that bad, but still. Zach says, for whatever reason, a lot of 80s music doesn't do a ton for me. I don't know why. And I'm one of those kids that grew up playing Vice City way too young. It's like I said, I don't want to be like one of those old people. It's like, oh, that was the best music ever or whatever. But it's like, that's what I grew up with. So that's what I relate to the most, I guess. I will not lie to you. Like, a lot of music that came out in the 80s sucked and I hated it. And I still hate it. That's why I'm always kind of like, because here's the weird thing. If you didn't grow up in the 80s, like sometimes a bar or something like that, or we're having an 80s party or an 80s night, I'm like, well, what kind of 80s are we talking about? Are we talking about Michael Jackson and Hall & Oates 80s?
Yeah.
Or are we talking about like New Order and Depeche Mode 80s? Because those are two very distinct 80s. And it was a lot more distinct back then. I think nowadays, because people don't have the cultural context and you can just listen to whatever on Spotify, and I think that they just mix stuff up on, because, oh, this came out in the 80s, but the same kind of people did not listen to those same things, generally. So it was like two different groups. Like I said, the 80s night we go to is very much new wave, post-punk end. You are very, very rarely, like sometimes he'll throw on like an old Madonna song or something, like Everybody or something like that. Every now and then he'll throw on some Wham. But usually what he plays, he'll play New Order, he'll play Depeche Mode, he'll play The Smiths, Lords of the New Church, Clash. I'm trying to think of like what else. Like he'll play some Erasure, Pet Shop Boys, like that kind of stuff. But he'll play like Killing Joke, Peter Murphy, Susie and the Banshees, like shit like that. So you don't hear like pop 80s music so much, really, unless it's like at the end of the night and it's a joke or something. Like you wouldn't hear like fucking Debbie Gibson or something. So it's like I said, it's two different things. Well, hey, Pookie.
She jumping down. Then she come back and fuck with me.
Burley Kez says, I just got Whitesnake on vinyl. Fucking Whitesnake. I remember that shit. I remember because Tawny Katane was in that video.
She was in fucking video.
Well, she was in that horror movie Witchboard.
Yeah. Oh, Tawny.
Which was on...
Tawny was the original groupie in a way, but she was like a power groupie. She was making motherfuckers famous. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, they had this little hottie. Her name was fucking Tawny Katane, and big hair and everything. She was just like she was on a bunch of fucking album covers. She was on the Rat album cover, and she was a rich girl, a rich Jewish American girl, and she fucking loved metal bands. She was big into the scene, and she was kind of like a kingmaker in the LA scene. If she liked you, she would glom onto you and fucking help you and fucking make you famous. She had a lot of money, though, too. And Whitesnake, Rat, she was, like, behind a lot of bands. Tawny was. Big in the 80s. Yeah. Cute.
She was everywhere.
She was an older woman.
She was in videos and all
a lot
album
of
covers. Like, she was in, like I said, she was in some movies, too. Probably most famously Witchboard from 1987. Yeah. She was in that.
She wasn't like a parasitical groupie where she was just going to like throw pussy on a motherfucker. That's not really what she was. If she liked you, she would try to make you famous.
Yeah, so not really a groupie, honestly.
Yeah, more like a kingmaker.
Yeah.
Kind of like a manager in a way. She was hot. She was cute. What's funny is I think in some cases she was almost 20 years younger than a lot of those guys, though. Because a lot of that shit she was doing, she was like 40-something, and the band members were in their 20s.
So you mean she was older, you mean?
She was much older.
Yeah.
She was much older.
You said 20 years younger.
Oh, I meant older.
That's what I thought. I was confused for a second.
She was like 20 years older than a lot of those guys. It didn't matter, though. It didn't matter. She was smoking hot. They didn't care. I think they were just like, well, shit, if she likes us, we're going to get famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach says, still need to play that Zeppelin vinyl I got. For as huge as they are, I never realized they only have like 6 albums as a band. Yeah, they weren't really around that long. I mean, like I said, Robert Plant did some solo shit later. Jimmy Page did some shit later. But yeah, like they didn't do like a lot of albums as a band. CB says there's a band from the 80s called Pseudo Echo from Australia. Yeah, I've heard of them. They were new wave synth pop dance rock. They're still good in 2026. Holy crap, they're still around. They actually had a couple hits here. One of them was they did a cover of Funky Town.
Okay.
I remember that being pretty big. And then they had one more hit. What the fuck was the name of it? They used to play it on MTV. I can't remember the name of it. But they did have a couple hits here. They didn't like get super famous or anything, but people did know who they were. Like, I don't know if anybody would remember them now, but I still remember them. Tom Baker said, I liked Missing Persons with Warren the Show-Off in a good way. Yeah, Warren Cucurullo, who is obviously he's in Duran Duran. He's in Duran Duran. Is he still in Duran Duran now?
He might still be.
I think he's still in Duran Duran now. He joined after Notorious. Did he not? So like late 80s?
When Missing Persons came out, I was still in military academy at fucking Signal Hill. Southern California Military Academy in California. And fucking they would on KROQ they'd play fucking Missing Persons all the time, and fucking me and the other boys, we were like 7th and 8th grade, we fucking love that shit.
They're fucking great. Missing Persons are great.
And fucking we would fucking pass around fucking like porn fucking magazines, and Dale Bozio, the singer, would be in them. And we just thought that shit was so fucking hot. That this chick fucking doing porn magazines was also this band member. You can go back and see all the shit that she did. She was kind of skinny. By today, I wouldn't be into it. But fucking, it was just kind of hot back in the day that she came from the LA scene and was making this good new wave music. And here's the weird thing. In the 2000s, maybe 2010, around that time, there was a bunch of video of her coming out, and she couldn't believe that she was famous for all that. She's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that when I was in that band." It's like it wasn't a big deal. She goes, "I hated that music. That's more into like Journey."
Here's the thing, though, like,
she has a hard time believing that band was famous.
Here's the thing, though, like, because you always say that.
Yeah.
So I looked her up one time.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Well, she founded that band. She founded Missing Persons. She was the co-founder. And prior to Missing Persons, she played with Frank Zappa.
I saw an interview with her where she said she didn't like that music.
Maybe she didn't, but I was like, she did found that band, though.
Okay. All right.
So it's like, so they didn't just hire her.
I saw her doing a quick interview while she was outside of a club. In line to go into something else. It was dark outside, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I was there, yeah." She's like, "I didn't really like that music." That's what she said.
Yeah, maybe she didn't. I don't know.
Yeah,
like I said, she did found that.
She founded the music, but I don't think she wrote the music.
And like I said, it was her and that other guy, and then they got married later.
Well, it's like her boyfriend.
Yeah, and then they got married.
But
later.
I guess.
But like I said, she played on a couple of Frank Zappa albums. Before.
I guess she didn't write that music.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I don't know.
She says she didn't really like that music that much.
Tom Baker says, "Oh, Wang Chung to Live and Die in L.A. soundtrack is one of the best '80s albums." Yeah, I kind of remember. I think I only saw that movie one time, and I do remember that soundtrack being a big thing, but I don't remember what all's on it. Wang Chung had a couple big hits, didn't they?
Yeah, they had 2 or 3 hits.
Well,
2 or 3 good songs.
I like one of their early songs, which was Dance Hall Days.
Yeah.
I think that was the first time I heard them. And that was like early 80s. And then they did one more that I liked, and then they did Everybody Wang Chung or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't like that one. But
Wang Chung was kind of like ABC. It was like easy listening.
I like ABC.
It was good. It was like 80s easy listening new wave.
Yeah, ABC was a little more soul.
Yeah, like White Boy Soul.
Like White Boy Soul, which was a big thing in the 80s too. But I definitely like ABC more than I liked Wang Chung. I liked some of Wang Chung's songs, but they started getting like kind of fucking... CB says, Pseudo Echo did the song His Eyes, which was used on Friday the 13th Part 5, 1985. Yeah, I remember they were on a couple soundtracks, too. So they were definitely a thing for a minute. It's like, I don't think they got super famous, but I think at least, like, in the new wave scene, like, people knew who they were. You know? Because I remember them. I remember, like, hearing about them and stuff. But I think they only had, like, a couple hits here. That's what's kind of interesting is I think that a lot of bands, and I think we talked about this before, but like a lot of bands that only had like one hit in the United States, like sometimes they have like whole ass careers like in other countries that like we don't even know about. Because I was like, I didn't even know Pseudo Echo were still around. Because we did get like a lot of Australian bands. I mean, The Church. I love The Church. They're fucking awesome. Midnight Oil, they were pretty big. Trying to think. I mean, I'm real into The Birthday Party / Nick Cave, who's also Australian. I don't know if I'd call that mainstream, though. Like, I think most people that are into music from that era know who he is, but, you know. I feel like The Birthday Party are a lot less known.
All right, I'm looking at Del Bozio fucking interviews, and I'll see she did a lot more than... There's a lot more of them up there now than what I saw back then. So I'll see.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't sure because I was just like, you kept saying that, and I was like, really?
Yeah,
I was like, is that true? And so like I looked it up, and I was just kind of like, well, I was like, well, she co-founded the band though, and then she played with Frank Zappa, so she can't have been that averse.
I saw,
but maybe she would. Maybe she didn't like it.
I saw an interview with her, and she was outside in a line to get into another show. And they were talking to her about that band. She was just like, yeah, I was in that band. Yeah. And she's like, I didn't really like that music. Yeah. I don't think she wrote that music.
I don't know.
And then she said some other stuff, and I was like, that's hard to believe that she didn't fucking really like that music or really kind of... She's like, I understand why you guys like it, but I I liked Journey at that time.
Yikes.
That's what she said. I was like...
That's terrible.
I just thought it was weird, you know what I mean? But maybe that was a long time ago that I saw that.
Yeah.
Maybe my memory isn't good.
Tom Baker says, incredible song is Overkill by Men at Work. I agree. That is a great song. Oh, Men at Work. Yeah, they were fucking huge.
Yeah, they were pretty good.
Men at Work was fucking huge.
They're pretty good.
And honestly, they had Land Down Under. Like, Down Under was a huge, huge hit. And then they did that song. Oh, shit. What was the one?
I was a kid when that shit came out.
I know. Well, yeah, that was like 82 or something like that. What was the one where he was like paranoid, where he was talking about like everyone was coming and watching him in the house, or what the fuck was the name of that song? It wasn't Overkill, but that's a good song too. They play that at the club every now and then. Yeah, every now and then. He has played that a couple of times. Usually kind of early in the night or really, really late in the night. What the fuck is the name of that song? I'm singing it in my head, like trying to look at I'll think of it in a minute.
They had a couple of hits in the United States, but I heard that their albums were pretty good. They had a few.
I don't doubt it. I mean, like I said, just from the singles, I was like, yeah, those albums are probably bangers. Who Can It Be Now? Thank you, Burley. That's exactly what because I'm sitting there like singing it. I'm like, I knew that the chorus said it, but I didn't get to the chorus.
Who could it be now?
Who can it be now?
Yeah.
And then, like, Colin Hay, like, the lead singer, he had, like, that lazy eye.
Yeah.
He actually did some solo shit, too, because I think he had a couple hits solo after Men at Work, like, broke up or whatever. Or he did some stuff on his own. But I think after that it wasn't. But they were pretty huge, like, for a while. I feel like in the 80s, in the U.S., there was kind of, like, an Australian... Like, people got into, like, Australian shit. You know what I mean? There was Men at Work. There was Crocodile Dundee. There was like, you know what I mean? Yahoo Serious.
Well,
that?
they were bringing it into the market on purpose as kind of like a parallel universe America. You know what I mean? Because you had a lot of English stuff, so let's bring in some Australian stuff too.
Yeah,
it was good.
It was a slightly different vibe, but it was also good.
But you know, I think mostly the American stuff going into the other countries, although. During the New Wave era, a lot of the shit was British stuff coming into the United States because the bands that were coming out of England for a while, really, it was hard for the U.S. to compete with them in the pop segment. What America was making really fucking was it wasn't it was. A lot of the shit was like shit that your parents would like. Captain and Tennille, Dolly Parton, fucking shit like that. You know what I mean? It wasn't a new version of rock. Stuff that was coming out of the UK, the British New Wave. It was just better. If you were younger,
your parents didn't like it. Like your parents didn't like it.
Your parents didn't like it, but younger people liked it.
Like it.
fucking, it was, fucking Duran, fucking Adam Ant. Oh, shit, man. There's just so many.
One of the first bands I got into was...
Fucking English Beat.
One of the first bands I got into was Psychedelic Furs.
Psychedelic Furs.
And I still fucking love the Psychedelic Furs. I've seen them like 5 times. We saw them together once.
Yeah. They were just...
But
we saw them here in Florida.
Yeah, we did.
What else was coming out of England during that time that we were just like blown away?
Just fucking all of it.
All the ska.
Yeah.
Fucking,
I got really... Echo and the Bunnymen was one of the early bands that I was really into also.
But the new wave era would have been fucking... And then there was stuff from Europe like Kim Wilde.
Yeah.
That was from Germany. And you had Berlin, which I think was British.
Yeah, they're British.
I
think
they were. And then you had oh man, there was just so much stuff coming from mostly England. And it was fresh. It was better shit. Because we were dealing with like Journey. You know?
That was like what was on the radio over here.
Journey.
It was that kind of stuff. And we were like, eh.
Yeah, it was kind of like...
that was like your dad's...
Maybe,
that's like what your dad listened to.
Fucking Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent.
Yeah, that's like Leonard Skinner. That's like what my...
Yeah, Leonard Skinner.
I mean, my dad was a little bit cooler. Like, he liked the Beatles and stuff. And the Doors.
Yeah.
So I liked some of his music, too. I wasn't, like, completely, like, ew, you know what I mean? Like, I liked a lot of older shit even back then, but yeah, it was just kind of like... I feel like that distinction doesn't really exist anymore, just because you can access all music from all eras, like, Kiss. Whenever you want.
We had that Kiss. The only American new wave bands I can remember just off the top of my head would have been Missing Persons.
Yeah.
That would have been an American new wave band. An American punk band would have been fucking the Ramones.
Yeah.
Iggy Pop. That would an American punk rock kind of
proto-punk.
Proto-punk, yeah.
Because that was 60s.
Yeah.
60s or early 70s.
Iggy had a lot to do with punk rock.
Yeah.
Detroit had a lot to do with punk rock.
Yeah.
And I don't think fucking, Sex Pistols was inspired a lot by Detroit.
And New York City.
And New York. There was an interplay between the two cultures. Trying to think of what was another American new wave that was caught up in the new wave.
I mean, I guess you could say Blondie.
Devo. That's in New York. Yeah, Devo. Ohio.
Talking Heads.
Talking Heads. They're fucking super good, yeah.
Stuff like that. Pretenders.
Yeah, Pretenders. Fucking Chrissy Hines. Yeah, really good.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, so there was an American version of new wave. It was kind of bouncing off of each other at the same time, but here in the United States we called it the British New Wave.
Yeah.
And the British were definitely leading the way when MTV first fucking opened up.
All the good shit.
All the good shit was British.
90% of the good shit that was on MTV back in the day was British.
Yeah. Although there were Americans that were also in that same scene, and they were about the same age, but just that the British hit it first. And I'm gonna tell you, we got fucking people from the UK listening. Me and Jen were there. The leaders of it, the ones that really fucking busted it, was Duran Duran. Duran Duran was the second coming of the Beatles.
Yeah, it was
like Beatlemania.
Yeah, you can't overstate how fucking huge they were. How
huge they fucking were.
Holy crap. Yeah. Like I said, they came over, they had the whole thing that the Beatles had.
Yeah.
They had girls, trying to sleep in their hotel rooms. They got mobbed everywhere they went.
Absolutely fucking
it was just
losing
chaos.
It. Yeah. And
they were fucking huge.
They had a huge amount of backing behind them. They were extremely talented. They all looked great. They could all play instruments. Duran Duran. You couldn't get any more 80s than that. People would goof on it. Oh, it's so 80s. Well, the Beatles were 60s as shit. What are you talking about? They were like the Beatles.
Yeah, I mean, they were as big as the Beatles, easily. Mm-hmm. Tom Baker says, somehow I was never a fan of INXS. Speaking of Australian bands,
They were good too, though.
I get why people like them. Yeah, I had Kick, and I had a couple of their other. I had Shabu Shaba, but I think really now, I'm kind of ambivalent about them. I'm kind of ambivalent about them in the same way that I am about U2. I recognize that it's a good band.
Yeah.
It's just that I don't choose to listen to them mostly. Honestly, In Excess, I love the song "Don't Change." And they have one more song that I love because they play a lot of In Excess at the club, actually. I love Don't Change, and I'll think of the other song in a minute. But mostly, I mean, I could take it or leave it. It's just kind of like the Cult. And I know a lot of goths, fuck with the Cult. I'm ambivalent about the Cult. I like their old shit when they were Southern Death Cult and they were still kind of death rocky. But then they went a little more glammy.
They almost went metal.
A little metal-y. And metal. I was just kind of I wasn't really into it. It's good. I'm not saying that. It's just not for me. That's all. So it's every time they play the Cult a lot at the club, too. And so it's just sometimes, you hear fucking Firewoman or something like that. Come on,
it's always the same song.
And you're like, or She Sells Sanctuary or whatever the other one is they play. And I'm just always kind of
off of Electric. You see, Electric had a lot of the.
I mean, if I was real drunk, and I was on a roll, maybe I'll just be fuck it, I'll dance to it anyway. But it's most times no. I'll just be nah, I guess I'll go to the bathroom now. You know what I mean? It's just kind of I don't get as aggro as I do when they play that fucking Rita Mitsuko song, but because man, every time that comes on, I'm like fuck.
Talking about the French girl?
Yes,
I love that. Yeah, I love that song.
I hate that song. Well, it's just kind of a joke because he doesn't play it every week, but he plays it pretty often.
I love that song.
And song. Everybody that we know knows that I fucking hate that song. So it's as soon as it comes on, everybody looks at me and I'm just
It's made by this cute French girl who was a porn star, but she was also a really good vocalist, and she just did, you know how the French are.
It's not a bad song. I just, for some reason, it just rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah.
I just really don't like it.
I like that song. I like her. I don't like her porn. I checked it out. Too much bush for me. She is cute. She's cute. But I like the song. I like her energy.
I get why people like it.
Yeah. She's an old woman now.
I just can't. Yeah. I can't fuck with it. I don't know what it is.
I like it.
It just pisses me off. It's just, and even music back then, that I didn't like from the 80s back then, I've gotten a lot more chill about it now. But I still don't like that song. I still don't like Book of Love. And honestly, I feel like an outlier on that because every time they'll play, because he plays some Book of Love too, on occasion, I Touch Roses or something like that.
Yeah. And
man, I think it's because when I was in high school, I didn't have a car. My best friend, Christy, she had a car. So we could leave for lunch. So she's like, come to Pizza Hut with me or wherever the fuck we were going. So I'd be like, okay. So she would give me a ride everywhere. She fucking loved Book of Love and In Excess.
Yeah.
And those two fucking tapes were in that car playing just constantly all the time. Throughout my entire high school years. So I just heard that fucking In Excess tape and that fucking Book of Love tape 40 bajillion times until I was so fucking sick of those songs I could scream. So now I think it just reminds me of that. Every time I hear one of them, I'm like, it just brings all that back.
Birdie Kev mentioned the Skinny Puppy. When I lived in Detroit, I would go. Yeah, I would go to St. Andrews Hall and the Shelter, and Skinny Puppy would fucking play all the time because they were just across the border in fucking Ontario. But there's nothing in Ontario. So Kevin Key and David Ogilvy and shit fucking would come down and they would hang out in Detroit. It's only a few miles from them. And when I was living in Detroit before I joined the Army, man, I'd see those guys all the time. Fucking St. Andrews Hall and fucking, oh man, what was the other place? It was before this. It was even kind of before. It was before City Club. No, I think City Club was there. But I would see those dudes all the time. Fucking. When they weren't even playing, they would come hang out in the club. And they looked so fucking cool. They were older than me and cooler than me. I was probably about 18 or 19. And they had all these fucking Michigan, Detroit goth chicks wrapped up all around them. Fucking with fishnets and shit. And I would see them, but I never met them. I just wasn't cool enough. But no, the Detroit scene was fucking very cool back in the late 80s. And then I guess that was around 88, 89. That's when I moved away. Moved to Mississippi and then joined the Army soon after that. But yeah, I was a big fan of Skinny Puppy. I used to have a bunch of fucking tapes of Skinny Puppy that they would hand out for free as kind of like samples to try to get you to come see their shows. And one of them was a tape that had a song on it, and I think called Church in Hell. And man, I don't know if you can get it anymore, but go look up Skinny Puppy Church in Hell. And fucking it, and it had like samples, audio samples from fucking horror movies in it. But I had a bunch of fucking free samples tapes that I was getting from fucking City Club and San Andrews Hall.
I remember getting all this free
back in those days. Bands would give out fucking sample.
I had a bunch of those free like wax tracks ones.
Yeah, and there'd be like maybe like 2 songs on one side of the tape and maybe like a long song on the other side. But you could probably search for it. There might be something on YouTube. Just look up Skinny Puppy's Church in Hell. Yeah.
Did that sample Legend of Hell House? Or was that a different song?
No. Might have been Legend of Hell House. Because didn't Belasco have Church in Hell?
Something like that.
When they went down the fountain? Yeah, because they were big into Legend of Hell House. That might have been where it came from.
Yeah, because I thought they used some samples from that movie.
Yeah.
In some of their songs, but I can't remember which ones.
But I had all kinds of tapes that were local that they gave away for free from Skinny Puppy in Detroit. All gone now. And that Church of Hell tape, and I had some other ones, got eaten up by my car tape player.
God, remember when that used to happen?
Remember when that happened? They just eat your tape up?
I had so many fucking cassettes, like, eaten. They must have done that on purpose. Because honestly, like, some of the tapes that I played a lot, like, I'm thinking, I know one that got eaten a lot was The Smiths' Louder Than Bombs, because I used to play that all the time.
Yeah.
And, man, I think I ended up buying 3 or 4 of those.
Yeah.
Because, like, I played them so much that my tape player, either the one in my bedroom or the one in the car, would eat it. And it's like, remember, old people remember, you had to, like, pull it out and hope it didn't get caught in the thing, and then you try to use a pencil to, like, wind it back in.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, but sometimes it was, like, bent, and it would, like, kind of fuck up, and it would eat it again, like, every time it got to that
But Burley,
spot.
that song was for cool. Be like, church in hell. Church in hell. And it was like this. Yeah, you know how Skinny Puppy was. It was fucking, it was just repeat Church in Hell. It was a great song.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go back to those days, but it was kind of cool. It was harder. Like, it was a lot harder to get stuff. Even though I grew up in Daytona Beach, which is, like, fucking rednecky as shit, I was kind of lucky because for a while, like, when I was in high school and a couple years after, a guy that had gone to my high school, but was a year or two older than me, he was real into, like, alternative and goth and industrial and stuff, and his dad was rich, and he wanted to open a record store, and so his dad gave him money to open a little record store, like a little indie record store, like on Beach Street, and it was called, at first it was called Secret Service. This is hilarious. So it was called Secret Service Records, I'm pretty sure. And one day, the actual Secret Service, as in the one that protects the president, came to the store and told him that he couldn't call it that. Like, he was going to get in big trouble. And it was in the paper and everything. I think I kept the article for a while because I thought it was so funny. And I also, like, fucked up. I'm like, pretty sure nobody thinks this little record store is the actual Secret Service, but whatever. So yeah, they told him he couldn't call it that anymore because his logo was like, because his whole thing was like indie stuff and imports and everything. Like, it was really small, but it was nicely curated because he was really into it. His name was Eric, I think. Yeah, because it was the same as my brother's name, because my brother's name is Eric also. I don't remember what his last name was. But so after that, like after his run-in with the Secret Service, he changed the name of it to Criminal Records, which I thought was very funny. And it was there for years. And he was actually really cool because if you came in, because I was always, broke, So I would go in there and he'd be like, oh, I got a new import from Bauhaus or Alien Sex Fiend or whatever. And he would like tape it for me, like for free. So, I mean, I did spend money in there, but he was really good about like giving me shit for free. So that's how I got a lot of my stuff. Originally was just that dude that was like really into the shit and owned a record store because his dad gave him a bunch of money to like open a record store because that's what he wanted to do. And it was there for a long time. But I had just forgotten about that it was called Secret Service Records until the actual Secret Service showed up and told him he couldn't call it that. And he had to change the name. I thought that was so funny. So he changed it to Criminal Records. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, so... And honestly, I have 3 younger siblings. And we all are kind of, sort of, into similar kind of music. You know what I mean? I'm kind of more on the goth, new wave end. My sister was always kind of more on the punk, ska, rockabilly end. My brother too, I guess. My brother was always in punk bands, and well, still is nowadays. He was out of them for a while, but he's recently gotten back into it. I just saw on Facebook or Instagram or whatever that my brother, he joined a band called 12 Gauge Confessional, and they play some shows. They played one in Sanford not too long ago. And he is getting back together his old band from when we were kids, Cherry 2000. Like, I used to go and see his, but he had one called Jello Bone too. But like, Cherry 2000, they put a tape out and everything. And I just saw on Facebook today, they're getting that band back together. And they're doing some shows and shit. So I guess he tracked down all the dudes that were in that band way back in the day. And they're going to do some shows. I was like, that's pretty fucking cool. But yeah. So, I mean, he's 4 years younger, but, like, we were always kind of into the same kind of shit. So, I used to go see his band play all the time. They actually did have a couple tiny, tiny little venues in Daytona. There was one place called, I think it was called Up and Atom, but it was Atom like ATOM. And it was this tiny, it wasn't even a club. It was like a tiny little coffee house type situation. It was super, super narrow. But it had like a tiny little stage bit at the end. And they would have bands play in there. The fucking Exploited played in there. I saw the Exploited in fucking Daytona Beach in this tiny, tiny little coffee house.
I haven't heard them in a long time.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, what the fuck are you guys doing here? Yeah. But, you know, and there was like maybe 30 people there. It was pretty awesome. I mean, it was a tiny, tiny place. Slick Vic is here. Ola from Santiago, Chile. Well, hey, how are you?
Santiago, yeah, man. I fucking love Santiago. I was there like a long time ago. Fucking 1994, maybe.
Yeah, Tom Baker said Cherry 2000. Beautiful that was a movie. Yeah, that's who they were named after. Beautiful they were named after the movie. My brother really liked that movie.
Yeah.
We reviewed it like not too long ago.
North Americans do not understand South America. They don't understand the grandiosity and the beauty of South America. The possibilities that could be had there. Because it's just so far away, man. It's on the side of the equator. But no, fucking all of South America, fucking Brazil, Argentina, Chile, Uruguay. Fucking great countries. Great countries. Just too bad y'all are so far away. Cause we're so similar. We have so much fun, you know.
Thompson wanted to take me to Brazil for a while. But
yeah. She'd love Brazil.
I probably would.
Yeah, Brazil's awesome.
To be honest with you.
I'll fucking introduce her to all the dudes I grew up with. And their wives. Yeah. I grew up with so many Brazilians, man. Fucking.
And you'll be able to talk. You'll have to translate everything for me.
Yeah. No, they speak English now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So educated Brazilians mostly speak English. They grew up listening to American music and fucking internet.
It's kind of crazy because I kind of feel like most Americans, myself included, are not bilingual. Tom is bilingual. He speaks Portuguese, but like, I speak like bits of like French and bits of other things. Yeah. But like, because I took it for a long time at school. But people in other countries, like, a lot of them know English.
Well, what's happened is...
Which is crazy because English, to me, I'm so fucking happy that I learned English as a native language because that would be a bitch to learn it if you didn't... I'm on a couple Reddit, like, subreddits because I think this is fascinating. Like, language is fascinating to me. People that are trying to learn English. And so some of them will come in and be like, was this sentence right? This doesn't sound right. Or what does this word mean, like, in this context or something like that? Or they're asking about some kind of slang that they don't understand. And it's like... The more shit like that I read, I'm like, holy crap, it would be so fucking difficult to speak English or to learn English. It just seems like, I'm sure it's not the hardest language to learn, but I bet it's up there.
Man, when I met my Brazilian friends in Ilha do Sul in São Paulo, Landulfo and fucking Gastão, that's their last names, they already knew English. They could speak it and understand it just from listening to heavy metal lyrics.
Yeah.
They loved fucking heavy metal and they were translating it to themselves. And they didn't have English classes. They were just intelligent enough to like look at lyrics and then try to figure out English sentence structure and music.
Probably a better way to learn it because it's like in context. And it was something they enjoy.
Right.
So.
And I can now talk to them over Facebook without any kind of translator, and they had no formal English education. But we would speak English and Portuguese and mix the two together when we were together.
Yeah.
And, this is how it is. The music they listened to and they liked was in English. And then as time went on, the Western internet is English speaking. Largely. So if you're a Spanish or Portuguese speaker, it kind of behooves you to learn English.
Or at least pick up enough
and
to know
they kind of pick it up fast enough. And it's the same thing. I can hear Portuguese or Spanish. I understand it. I can't speak Spanish very well, but I can understand everything that I hear. But I can speak Portuguese. And I can understand a lot of Romanian. Which is weird because Romanian's not supposed to be related to Portuguese. But I've had other Brazilian friends are like, yeah, you can kind of understand Romanian. Similar. But, they're all Western languages. It's just Germanic or Latin. And then the Germanic languages have a lot of Latin in them.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the Latin languages now have Germanic in them because of the influence of English and the internet.
All the ones that I've tried, attempted to learn over the years, the easiest one, weirdly, was Italian.
And Italian's very similar to English.
I found it
to Portuguese.
I found it quite pretty easy. Like Italian, I found pretty easy. And the hardest one was Welsh. I tried to learn how to speak Welsh. Yeah, that didn't. I did okay, but
When it comes to Latin language, if you're an English speaker, when it comes to Latin languages, the hard part is verb conjugation, and masculine and feminine.
Yeah, that was. I struggled with that. It's hard to remember all of that because we don't have that in English. So.
It becomes kind of second nature if you're younger.
Well, yeah, that's what everybody says. Like, because when I was learning French. Because I learned French in elementary school, and then I took it again in high school. So I took it for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
And from what I heard, like, we had some French exchange students, like, that came and stayed, and, like, we did conversations with them. And for them, they're just like, well, it's second nature, because you just learn it as part of the word, and it's, like, not that big of a deal. But for us, it was a real struggle, because we're just like, well, how? Because it doesn't seem to make any sense to us. It's like, well, why is this word a man and this word is a woman? It's just an object. It doesn't like mean anything. And there's like really no rule to it. You just have to remember. And I think that was kind of the thing that we had the hardest time with, honestly. That was what I had the hardest time with.
You going to Santiago when?
He's in Santiago. Yeah, he's going to Buenos Aires.
Okay, yeah.
He said.
Yo, I told you, bro.
Santiago was fucking great, isn't it? Because we were talking about earlier. That's one of my gay friends. Fucking. That's the one dude's always trying to tell me what made him gay. No, I loved Santiago when I was there. The food was great. It's kind of a quiet place. It has a very Castile kind of Spaniard fucking feeling to it. I liked Santiago. I thought it was great. And he's going to where?
Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires, yeah. Buenos Aires was nice too. Yeah. Yeah. I liked Argentina. I could live in South America, no problem. No problem. I could live in Central America though too. Anywhere on the American continent. There's not a big difference. I could live in Mexico. I could live in TJ.
I mean, I'm sitting there thinking,
yeah,
we've talked about maybe retiring
in Mexico
because it's cheaper.
Yeah, because fucking the money I get in, we could live like kings.
That's what I'm saying. There might come a point where it's like, look, we got to get out of here because it's too fucking expensive.
Yeah,
we might have to go somewhere cheaper.
No, Mexico City's gorgeous.
Yeah, and like everybody I know that's been there is just kind of like,
Yeah. People have this weird fucking concept that fucking Mexico is some kind of hell. No. If you have money, Mexico's paradise.
I mean, I think that's true of anywhere. Really,
great food, great people. It has a good fucking gothic scene. There's great gothic scenes in Central and South America too. You just have to know where you're going. And I've been all over Brazil and South America. Everything has to do with, can you speak the language, and how can you deal with people? Central and South Americans are a very warm people. They're very much about fucking charisma and the connection, They have sometimes they have kind of a fucking weird pre-existing fucking what's some sort of preconceptions about Americans and about the way they are, which might be based a little bit in reality, but there's always individuals. Man, I had so much fun in South America, and they're such good people. And most of the Brazilians that I grew up with as a teenager are here in Florida now. They all moved here, especially the girls. It's amazing because their families were like, we're going to get you out here. We're going to send you to Florida. Florida is very much a Central and South American flavor, especially Central and South Florida.
Yeah.
It's a very Latin place, really.
That's what's so funny. It just seems like, well, I guess this is true of everywhere. Like, if you've never been to the United States, like what you were saying about people had preconceptions about the United States, which obviously you would if you aren't from here and, like, all you see is movies and stuff. So, that's we have lots of preconceived notions about people in other countries that I'm sure are not true. But the thing about the United States is it's so fucking big.
It's big, yeah.
That it's just kind of like, well, when you talk about Americans, what kind of Americans are you talking about? Like, which part of the country are you talking about? Because it does make a difference. Like, people in the Midwest aren't really the same as people from the West Coast, which aren't the same as people on the East Coast. Florida has its own weird-ass thing going on, which isn't even really American. It kind of is, but Florida is kind of like where everybody filters down to.
Yeah.
Like, so it has an identity, I guess, but not really. Like, it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
And honestly, when you talk about Florida, you're like, well, what part of Florida are you talking about? Are you talking about the Panhandle?
Panhandle, the Central,
Are you talking
South?
about Central Florida? Are you talking about South Florida? Those are three completely different countries.
South Florida is Central America, basically.
Those are three different countries.
Yeah, South America is...
literally.
Southern Florida is basically Central America.
Yeah.
A rich version of it, with fucking a lot of power connected to the United States. It's very Cuban, and Cubans are fucking awesome Americans. Here's the weird thing that a lot of people, especially up in like the Northeast in Yankeedom, they don't realize, because they're Yankees, they're very Anglo. They don't realize that Anglo-Americans, Central and South Americans are all Americans. They're very similar. We're all from Western backgrounds. We all have Christmas. We all fucking have a Christian type background in terms of the way we see the world. We all have roots in that, but we also have roots in Indians, North American Indians, Central and South American. There's a lot of that. It's America, North, Central, and South is all fucking... They're not all the same. Everybody has a unique ethnic identity. But, man, it's...
They're more similar.
They're real similar. They're real similar. And Europeans would not understand it. Europe is not like this. It's American... The American continent is its own thing. It all has a heavy European influence. Central and South America are more kind of like Southern Europe in terms of Spain, Italy, Portugal. It has that kind of an influence. North America is more like Germany, England, UK, Germany, like that. Even Scandinavia.
Well, especially in the Midwest.
That's Scandinavia.
Huge German Scandinavian.
Man, I had some fucking Norwegian people here, friends of mine, and they don't understand that fucking no. Michigan is Slavic people and Scandinavians.
Well, in Minnesota is like known for that.
It's like they're like Vikings.
They're like Vikings.
Yeah. You're like, what? Yeah, because y'all colonized it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of that's still going on.
You're right.
Zach says the Midwest is passive aggression and repression central.
Yeah.
I've heard that. Yeah.
The South of the United States is so much more like Central America in its attitude. It's not Hispanic. It's more of an Anglo version of that, more kind of like Scotland, where rednecks are the Scots-Irish. But the Scots-Irish and the Mexicans are similar. They're a fighting people. An honor culture, kind of in between a rock and a hard place, survivor type people, and that's just, and they get along, and we have intermarried with them for centuries. That's another thing, is that Latin Americans and fucking North Americans have intermarried since the 1500s, 1600s, 1500s, 1400s even. It's been going on for a long, long time. There's not a big difference.
Yeah, and honestly, as much as there are regional differences in the United States, I was laughing because somebody posted on a thing that said that they were in California, like they got a job there or something like that, and somebody said to them, "Wow, you have a real East Coast vibe about you." They're like, "What does that mean exactly?"
Yeah.
And they were probably like, "Well, they probably meant that you were really blunt and that you talked really fast." Because people on the West Coast tend to have like a more chill, like laid back. Not everybody, obviously. Whereas people on the East Coast, talking about New York City, Philly, like places like that,
hard driving,
are much more like they're much more blunt. Like if you're fucking with them, they'll tell you to your face. They're not real passive aggressive or backstabby. And they're not super chill. Like they're in a hurry. They want to get to the point, and they walk fast. They talk fast.
Yeah.
They don't like any bullshit. So there is kind of that difference, but obviously there's individual differences too. But I thought that was really funny that they were like, well, what exactly do they mean? Is that like an insult? Or they're like, well, not necessarily. You know what I mean?
And not all of the Northeast is the same. I've been in New York and Boston. I've lived in Boston for fucking 4 years. And I was like from Mississippi. And I like people from Boston, but they're snooty. Okay? And they're class oriented, and they're also they're scared. They have kind of a fucking weird thing where they're kind of... But not New Yorkers. New Yorkers are a lot closer to the people from the...
I always really like New Yorkers.
New Yorkers
honestly.
Are more in your face, and they're like more of an honor culture. Like,
you know where you stand.
Yeah.
Immediately.
They're very much more like fucking rednecks. Okay, it's just how it is.
They will just, if they don't like you or you get something fucked up, they will just tell you right to your face.
Yeah.
They're not gonna pussyfoot around it.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, I like that. It's very honest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not everyone is like that. Like Zach said, in the Midwest, they tend to be very passive aggressive. Like, if they don't like you, they'll pretend they like you. There's a thing called Minnesota nice, which I'm sure it applies to other states as well. But where they don't like you, but they'll be nice to your face, but then they'll, like, say shit about you behind your back. You know what I mean? They'll, like I said, a little bit passive aggressive. It's very passive aggressive. New York City, places like that, Philly, places like that, not like that. Yeah. They are very, very upfront.
Yeah.
Which I prefer that, honestly.
Yeah, if you're a Southerner,
it can come off as rude if you're not used to it. And in the South, I feel like I don't think we're necessarily passive aggressive.
South is also open.
South is open, but also there's also kind of a culture of trying to be polite.
Yeah.
All the time. There's a reason why "bless your heart" is a thing.
It means fuck you.
It means fuck you.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yes.
Or you're a fucking idiot. Is what it means.
Southerners are open. We're very open, very much hospitality, okay? But we're also open if we don't like you, that's kind of the way a New Yorker is. We're not like the French courtesans where we're talking behind your back no, it's not like that. It's going to be in your face. More of an honor culture.
Although, like I said, it depends because there's very much an old South, especially with old ladies and stuff.
Yeah, well, they're going to try to do it surreptitiously a little bit, but that...
Like I said, if you're in the South and an old lady says, "bless your heart," that means
fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you or you're a moron. Is what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's not a compliment.
Right.
But it's not a compliment.
A testament to what we're saying, here in Central Florida, and even Southern Florida, we have a huge migration of New Yorkers that come here. All right? And they love it here. Because our cultures are compatible. Fucking...
Plus, you don't got to shovel snow down here, which they always
our
appreciate.
Cultures are compatible. A lot of our friends from the club actually came from New York. And they like it here. Now, in the south of Florida, that's the more Latin area around Miami. That's where a lot of the New York Jews go. But they like it there too. They get along.
Well, they've been going there
forever.
Forever.
Yeah. So,
like retiring down there.
Yeah.
Like Boca Raton.
Florida is kind of like the metropolitan South. Another version of it would be Atlanta. That's our version of New York City. But recently, I would say Miami is the southern version of New York City. But it's like a tropical paradise. It's fucking hot and very South American.
Yeah. I would not advise...
It's normal for me having a background and going to Brazil, you know what I mean? But I think for maybe a lot of Anglo-Americans from the north, it would be odd, but not for me. It's just normal. I like South and Central American shit. It's just go read fucking Howard talking about fucking Conan and shit. He was from Texas and he liked Mexican stuff. The South is very South American in its leanings. There's a similar attitude. Very similar.
Peter Bohr said, he's from South Florida. He said, we got everything down here. It's a melting pot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that Florida is very much the United States, obviously. But if you go to South Florida, you should probably know how to speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people down there...
They're speaking both.
Speak both, but it's like there's a lot of businesses that are... I even do ads for a couple of businesses down there that want all their ads in Spanish because that's like pretty much all of their clientele.
That's their market, yeah.
So I would advise probably knowing how to speak Spanish.
Central Florida's kind of where we are. It's kind of like the demilitarized zone. It's both. But it's English stuff. But it's funny, you go to the goth club here, and we go to the goth clubs here, and you have all this fun. You're going to hear all this new wave music and all the music you grew up with, and you look at everybody else enjoying it, and half of them are Hispanic or part Hispanic. And here's the weird thing: it's not weird here; it's just normal.
Well, I never noticed it.
It's just fucking normal. Yeah.
To be honest, even when I was a kid in Daytona Beach,
you know,
which is rednecky, like. Now that I think about it, like the kids were Hispanic, Black, Indian,
Yeah.
And everybody's just like, okay, like nobody really thought anything about it. Like maybe some people did, but I was a kid. I didn't think anything about it. I was just like, oh, it's another kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My brother's best friend growing up was Iranian.
Yeah.
But nobody thought anything about it. Like I said, they just they lived in the neighborhood too, and it was a neighbor kid that was the same age.
What's the other guy that spins? Not Damian, but the other guy that spins. Big guy.
Who, Rob?
Rob. Look at Rob. His girlfriend, Rob Bates. His girlfriend is Hispanic.
Yeah.
Goth girl. Fucking a lot of the girls that we hang out with are actually Hispanic, but we don't really notice it because they're all the same culture as us, but they like the same music.
Yeah, they're all in the same shit.
They're all the same music, and it's actually kind of like British music, British new wave and goth music and stuff. You know. So
yeah, we all like the same kind of stuff.
Like the same
nobody
shit.
really thinks about it, honestly.
Yeah, we don't really. But like I said, we're in a very mixed state.
Yeah, and like I said, it's been like that for as long as I can remember.
Hundreds of years.
I remember being in elementary school.
Yeah.
And it was maybe half white.
Yeah.
Maybe 60% white.
Spain owned Florida. This was a Spanish colony. Going back to the 1400s. The United States purchased it. Fucking later.
But yeah,
so this is just another European power. It was
Florida's weird.
It was the British Empire and the Spanish Empire.
Florida's weird because it's the South for sure, and it has some of the South, especially in the Panhandle, like in the upper
The Panhandle is the same as Mississippi.
Yeah,
it's Anglo.
I mean, they call that like Alabama South.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's for a reason. But once you get down into Central and South Florida, it's like a different.
It's Spain.
It's it's a totally different thing. Yeah. Like, because there's people here from everywhere, so I don't really think it has its own identity per se. The north part of Florida is real rednecky.
Yeah.
And some parts in Central Florida, like in the rural parts, are real rednecky.
Yeah.
Daytona is still pretty rednecky. But
now when you look at the south of Florida, you're talking about all the people from Central and South America are in there. That's still Spanish Empire territory. Yeah, you do have some people from India, you got some people from this and that, but it's mostly Hispanics. They're Hispanics, well, I would say mostly Hispanics. The non-Anglos are mostly Hispanic. I think in the south part of Florida, it's about 50-50.
Maybe even more than that, honestly.
Maybe a little bit more Hispanic. Maybe 40-60. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd be
but you're seeing two empires. The British Empire and the Spanish Empire. That's what you're seeing. With the remnants of it.
And the Spanish Empire were here first.
Yeah, they were here first. We purchased it later. Or I say we. I'm saying we because I'm an Anglo. But the United States purchased it.
Well, like I said, if you go to, if you're not American or whatever, the oldest permanent settlement in the United States is in Florida.
They're Spanish.
It is actually St. Augustine.
Yeah, Spain.
Great place to visit. It's not big, but it's really cool. I went there on vacation a couple of years back. I used to go. It's only about an hour from here. And, just old Spanish forts, shit like that. But yeah, that was settled by the Spanish in the 1500s.
Yeah.
And it has been continuously occupied since then. All kind of wars between the Spaniards and the Native Americans, all kind of shit going on. The whole history of it is fascinating. But like I said, so this was a Spanish territory for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Very long time. I saw something I wanted to... Tom Baker said, Florida, I'm jealous of your retro clubs. Yeah. Over here, it's shit.
Where is he from?
I thought he said earlier, but I don't remember where. He said something about that he spoke Flemish. So
okay,
yeah, like
Florida's got some good clubs.
We have some
all over the
good
United
clubs
States
here.
Yeah.
Now, like we have probably, I would argue, arguably, one of, if
the
not
best
the
goth club
best goth club
in the United
Florida
States.
Is
possibly
in Tampa.
The world.
Is in Tampa.
The Castle.
Which is about hour and a half from here.
Yeah, and they got shitty music.
The music kind of blows.
Shitty music.
But
the club is beautiful.
The crowd
people
is, the
are
vibe
beautiful.
Is, yeah. They have good events and stuff. Sometimes the music is good. It depends on what the event is.
Yeah, called the Castle in Florida.
Yeah, but I mean, if you go to Florida, you kind of have to go. Like, if you're into the goth stuff, you have to go there.
It's a Masonic fucking lodge.
At least one.
It was a Masonic temple.
It's got stained glass windows and everything. Yeah. It's fantastic. And it's huge. It has a dungeon, like a full dungeon, everything.
And it had the fucking hottest dancers. We fucking knew all the dancers back in the day. They used to be up there on the little fucking thing. Visually, it's just a fucking great club.
Yeah, like I said, if the music was good, it would be perfect.
Now, I will fucking admit what she said. The music on the main dance floor sucks. It's too fucking hard. But the shit out on the patio was a lot better.
Good shit out there. Good shit out there. They have a nice patio.
You got a really nice patio.
Because they have a couple different DJs. There's a DJ downstairs, and then there's a DJ outside.
There's like four dance floors.
Yeah, I think it's 3 or 4 dance floors.
Downstairs is a fetish dungeon with cells and fucking wrought iron and fucking
dungeon cages.
Like cages and cells, like in a Spanish fort.
Shit, you can you can like shackle people to the wall.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff. So they got that full thing
going on.
So they have big fetish parties there and stuff like that. So it's a cool ass place. But where we are, we're just outside of Orlando, and honestly, like, the main nights are the ones that, not necessarily that we started, but the goth nights, we do 2 of them, Memento Mori and Abyss. It's the same DJ.
Me and Jen and our DJ fucking Dimitri, we've been doing this shit for fucking 15 years.
Yeah, we started a long time ago.
We built this shit. We took over this place.
Yeah. And,
so you're listening to the people who fucking know.
Now, Abyss is that kind of like a sports bar-y kind of place, like in Maitland.
Yeah, but the sports people aren't in there.
They leave. It's it's late Friday night after they've already fucked off.
And we're not sure that venue's going to survive.
Yeah, we were there like last week or whatever, and we're just kind of like, well, we don't know. Like, a new owner took it over, and I'm not really sure he knows what he's doing. So we'll see how that goes. But the night we regularly go to is 80s New Wave. He does some 90s and stuff too. It's pretty much every Saturday. Memento Mori is every 4th Saturday. Like, it's once a month. I think it's... What is it this month? I think he said it was the 21st this month. So is that next week or the week after? I don't remember. But I guess it's next Saturday is Memento. But usually it's 80s New Wave. Like I said, it's 80s New Wave, post-punk, punk, some 90s. Like, sometimes he'll mix some like 90s in there, or other things. But it's just, and it's at a place called the Axe Trap, which is like, I don't know what I'd call it. It's like they have food. It's a full bar. And I think during
it has a stage.
Go and pay and like for however much it is, and you can eat food. They have nice food in there. We've had some before, but and you can throw axes and knives and stuff. They have like a whole thing over there where you can like throw axes and stuff. So that's kind of the main thing. But on the other end, they have like a big, huge open area. And on Saturday nights, they take all the tables away and leave this big open floor. And then they put on all the lights and music, and they have videos going on the TVs and shit like that. And it's just super fun. Like I said, it's a really good crowd. A lot of the people that go there were going to Barbarella/Independent Bar when it was downtown, which it was from the 80s. So you get people that have been going to this night for 20, 30 years. So there's like a good core of people. Like, you get newer people in and out, but you don't get as many like walk-ins because it's not downtown. Like, you have to go there deliberately. Like, there's nothing around there that you could just like walk to. You have to drive to it and park and stuff, because it's not in an area where people are walking around looking for clubs to go to. So you have to go there on purpose. And like, it's funny because once all the normie people leave, they usually leave about 9:30, 10, because that's when they shut the axe throwing thing down. And then they'll turn all the lights down, like at that end of the bar, and then they'll turn the lights up on this end of the bar. And then everybody starts doing that. But I don't know. There's just like a vibe about it. I mean, I loved the venue that they had when they were downtown. Was fucking great. I just loved the whole vibe of that place. It was, like I said, it was there for like 30-something years. And, you know, COVID kind of fucked it up. Like, nobody was going downtown anymore. Nobody's going out. So it's like they couldn't really afford to maintain the building because it's a big building. And it was like right downtown. Like, it was right in the middle of everything. And he just couldn't afford to keep it open anymore. So for a while, he opened the night in his pickleball warehouse, which he also owned, because he also had this industrial warehouse with like a pickleball courts in it. And he was like, well, I'm just going to close off like one part of it and I'll just open that up every Saturday night as a club. And we did that for a couple of years, and then somebody narked on him and said, oh, that's not zoned for that, which it's not, but you know, come on. Like, they weren't hurting anybody. No one was around. Nothing was open. You know, it wasn't ideal, but it was kind of cool because it's like, it was kind of like one of those secret rave kind of things. You had to know where you were going. There's no sign or anything. So you had to kind of know, and it was like back behind all these fucking empty warehouses and shit. So you had to know where it was. So they did that for a couple years, and then they got busted, and the cops said, yeah, you can't really do this here. It's not zoned for it. And so he struck up a agreement with the guy that owned the Axe Trap, and he's like, well, you can come in every Saturday. I think they do Fridays now too, like every now and then, and do the New Wave night. And that does tend to, like, I mean, the bartenders really seem to like it, because like I said, you get mostly the same people. It's like a huge contingent of regulars, and it's usually like old drunks like our age, so they spend a lot of money at the bar. You know, you're not getting too many. You do get younger people in there, but they don't spend as much on alcohol. Whereas like people our age are just like, yeah, man, they'll spend like $100-$200, like fucking drinking.
Zach sent me a video to show something he saw at the fucking castle once. Yeah, hold on. That's what Zach saw at the castle. I don't know what's going on there. There's something happening down on the bottom floor. What? Who the fuck was that? Who's that?
That almost looked like Mike, like our friend that died. Yeah. I don't think it was though.
Yeah, all right.
That's the ground floor.
Yeah,
like
down in the dungeon.
There's like a ground floor bar. I love the bar in there, by the way. Like on the ground floor, it has like this, like it has like a channel like cut, and it's like this black obsidian kind of looking stuff, and it has like this channel cut in it that has like stuff like water and stuff like running through it. It's really cool. But they have like a bottom bar. They play some music in there, and then there's a patio, and they play music out there like that's different. And then they have a big dungeon, and then like the, you know, quote unquote goth industrial store. I mean, it's not even goth. It's like, it's industrial EDM stuff like that. That's upstairs, and that has a whole separate bar, which is massive.
Yeah, this is the castle.
It's a huge place. It's huge. It's a massive place, and it's been there for at least 30 years, if not longer.
Yeah.
When the fuck did that place open?
That's the castle.
It's been there forever. I started going in the late 90s, and it had been around a while since, like, before that.
There's the cops. Where's... Hold on.
I don't know. What are you doing?
It's the castle.
I can't really see it. You just keep moving it.
There you go. That's what's outside the castle. Hold on.
All the cops.
Yeah, all the cops.
I can't really see. It's just the street.
The castle. Out on the street. Okay.
Okay, there's the inside.
There's the inside.
Well, that's better.
Yeah. All right.
Because that's just the street. That's not
Yeah,
it.
that's the street outside the castle.
That's not it.
They're going to show what's inside the castle here in a minute.
Yeah, that's part of the dungeon.
That's the dungeon.
Like, yeah, it's big. They got cages and shit like that. It's a massive.
That's it, yeah.
They have huge parties in there.
Yeah.
And that's just the bottom floor. Yeah. Part of the bottom floor, actually.
Yeah, that's the dungeon.
Yeah. Like, they have big parties in there.
Yeah.
Then I go upstairs. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let me see. Hold on. There you go.
That's also the dungeon.
Yeah. What the hell's...
That's the first floor.
Yeah.
I think. I can't really see. All I can see is the reflection of the keyboard. Peterborough says there's nothing wrong with drunks our age. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We spend a lot of money at the bar, so bartenders tend to like us. Plus, like I said, everybody that goes there has been going there for like forever and are really nice and polite and tend to tip a lot, so they like that.
This is a better... that's a better castle video. Yeah. That's in Tampa, down at Ybor.
Ybor City.
Ybor City. It's huge.
Which is part of Tampa. It's just kind of...
Yeah, it's basically the biggest goth club probably in the United States.
It's like I said,
it's fucking huge.
It's massive. And it's 2 floors.
2 floors. And it is a castle. Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be, a lot of the buildings down there used to be, I think that used to be, like you said, a fucking Masonic lodge or something.
Yeah, it was a Masonic temple.
Most of the buildings down there, the old ones, used to be like cigar factories, because that was a big thing in Ybor, like cigar making back in the day.
Yeah, so when we're telling you guys this shit, don't think we're bullshitting. These places are fucking huge, man. We're talking about upscale shit.
They have bands play there sometimes.
Bands play there. Girls dancing on boxes. It's wild. It's wild.
It's a fun place.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's kind of a drive, so we only go for like special occasions.
Only a special occasion we go there.
Like when they have events.
For us at our age, it's not that good. And the music is not that good, man. Our DJs are better.
Yeah, shit. I mean, we'll go on the 80s night, and I will just dance my ass off. I'll dance to like every single fucking song.
Yeah.
You know? A lot of times, even when I was going to the castle back in the late 90s, like sometimes I'd go and I'd dance to like one song, and then the rest of it I'd be like, what is this crap?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, the place is fucking huge. And there's hotties in there, man. There's porn stars. There's all kinds of stuff going on in there.
Yeah, and like it's crazy because it's not... The thing about, I mean, the night we go to Barbarella, I mean, that's in an established business that's established for other things. I mean, the Axe Trap is open all day. Like, you can go in there and eat and drink and throw axes and stuff like that. They just, on Saturday nights, they do a club night. So it's not a dedicated goth club. That is a dedicated goth club / fetish club, and it has been there for at least 30 years.
Yeah, and that's 7 years ago.
And it's a huge fucking place. I don't know how they keep it open. I mean, it's always crowded. Every time I've gone there, it's always been crowded. I used to go every week, but
this is 7 years ago. There's some kind of fashion event going on. Okay.
Yeah, it's a massive, massive place.
Yeah.
I think we went to the Vampire Ball a couple years.
Yeah.
They have a steampunk ball. I don't think they do that anymore. They have fetish parties all the time. I think the Vampire Ball is their big thing. They do that once a year. But I don't remember what time of year it is. Klaus is... He's got the caps lock on. He's yelling.
What you got caps lock on, bitch?
You ever been to Europe? I've been to the UK. I lived in the UK for a little while in the 90s. Like 95-ish. Somewhere around there. But other than that, that's the only place I've been over there. Is Wales and
we know what's going
England.
on in Europe. Fucking actually, when it comes to the goth nights, the best things going on in Europe are actually in Eastern Europe. They have all kinds of cool.
Well, Germany's got some good shit too.
Yeah.
Germany's got that. Big...
Yeah. What was that thing? Fucking Treffen.
Yeah.
Treffen's really good.
Yeah. Well, Starry Night played at that like last.
Yeah. Our friends play there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, they have a pretty big following in Germany.
This is newer stuff from the castle. This is newer.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a big ass place. That was the stairwell there. It's a big ass place. Yeah, Peterborough said that place does look huge. Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah, it's massive.
It's like a whole corner of the block. The building is.
Yeah.
And when I used to go in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was always a huge line. Because they didn't open until 10 or whatever. But people would line up. Because the first 25 people or whatever it was would get in free. So everybody would get there early. You know what I mean? So you wouldn't have to pay. Yeah. So by the time like it was 10 o'clock, there was a huge fucking line like around the fucking block. Like people trying to get in.
This is what it looks like from the outside. That's it from the outside.
Yeah.
That's the castle.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
And it's all that.
It's that, yeah.
It's all that.
That's Ybor City.
Yeah. And like I said, yeah.
And it was a temple. A Masonic temple.
Yeah, that's what it used to be.
That's what it is.
But yeah, it's a Tampa institution. It's been there forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're into goth shit at all,
that's where you want to go.
You need to at least go there once in your life.
Yeah.
If you're in Tampa.
That's the best goth
Tampa's
club.
got other good shit too. Like Tampa gets a lot of goth shows because they have a couple of other. They have a place called the Crowbar, and they have a place called what the fuck is the name of that other place? Shit, I do posters for it all the time. It has a dumb name like Live something, but they have goth bands playing there like pretty much every week.
Yeah,
because they have like multiple venues. So yeah, there's a huge goth scene there. Probably more than Orlando.
Yeah. That's the biggest goth club in the United States right there.
Yeah, I mean
that bitch is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
And Jen does a lot of the fucking promotions and flyers for that place.
Yeah, well, mostly for Tampa shows.
For Tampa shows,
which, like I said, are usually at
it's those same guys though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the shows there are at Crowbar or at that other place that I can't remember.
Orlando is not that big. We're second.
Yeah,
big.
But there's a lot of crossover because, like I said, it's only an hour. It's only like an hour and a half drive. Yeah. So like, if there's a big show or a big event like at the castle in Tampa, like a lot of people will drive from here over there and even maybe get a hotel room because, like I said, it's not that far.
Right.
Shit, when I used to live in Daytona, I used to drive to the castle every weekend, and that was 2.5 hours one way. So it's 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back. So you got there, like, you could only really stay, like, a couple hours, and then you had to drive back. Otherwise, it'd be, like, 5 in the morning. But you know what I mean. I don't know. There's something about the vibe of the place. Even when the music wasn't good, the vibe of it is just cool. But I'm going to say that, Barbarella, the night we go to on Saturdays, that's kind of my favorite vibe. Just because of the music is almost always good. I know pretty much all the people. It's all just cool people. It's a cool vibe. Everybody is, not everybody, but like a lot of them are older, and they don't give a shit anymore. And you can just go in there and dance like a dork, and like everyone's just kind of fine with it. Like so you just feel like safe, and you just feel like you can relax in there. Like no one's gonna fuck with you. No one's gonna. You don't have to worry about like people spiking your drink or starting a fight or touching your ass or anything like that. You can just chill, and I really like that. Like I said, you can't really say the same about mannequins or places like that where you're always kind of like, ooh, like who's gonna put roofies in here or somebody's gonna like touch me inappropriately or something like that. So you're always like on guard, and I can't really chill in a place like that. Barbarella, you totally can. Like no one's gonna fuck with you. Everyone's cool. We've known all those people forever. And nobody causes any trouble in there. Even people that are just like normies that maybe hung out, like they were in there throwing axes earlier and they said, oh, let's check out whatever this thing is. Most of those people don't cause any trouble. I don't really remember anybody causing any trouble in there. I can't say the same for mannequins, like I said, but Barbarella, you didn't really... You had slightly more problems when it was downtown because, like I said, you had a lot of walk-ins, so you never knew who was going to walk in. But even then, it wasn't too bad. I did get drugged in there a couple of times.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, I remember that shit.
Two times I got drugged in there. A lot of other girls did too. It wasn't just me.
Yeah.
Luckily, both times I was with somebody that helped me and got me out of the.
I got drugged. I got drugged on one night. That was fucking.
That wasn't there though. That was at.
Night,
that
yeah.
was at. That was at. That what was that venue called where we saw the Swans?
So, yeah, the Swans.
It was at the Swans show.
I think I knew who did it.
I think I do too.
Yeah.
But they're gonna deny it. But
yeah, he denied it.
Yeah, you did ask him.
He was trying to get at you.
Yeah.
She was funny.
It was a long time ago, but
yeah
that was kind of messed up. But yeah, the one time I got drugged in there, and this was when it was downtown, mind. That was when I was still with my first husband. So I was there with my husband at the time, and a friend of ours named Nicole, and she had a couple of friends with her that I didn't know. And I suspect probably one of them did it. But I'm not sure. It could have just been somebody random. There was somebody doing that around that time because a lot of other women that I know had the same thing happen to them. But like I said, luckily for me, I only had one drink. And like, I can drink a lot right before anything bad happens. But I hadn't even had finished one drink. I had like half of a drink. It was early in the night still. And I just had like half of one drink, and then I was like, you guys, like, I feel kind of weird. And then like I just blacked out. Yeah. And they said you just crumpled.
Yeah.
And I just fell to the floor. And they picked me up and took me out to the car, and my then husband like drove me home, and I woke up halfway home and I was barfing in my lap. So I don't know if whoever drugged me like knew that I was with people, or they just thought it would be funny, or I'm not really sure. Or maybe it was meant for my friend who was single. I'm not really sure. But I have been drugged there a couple times. But like I said, it wasn't... I think it was the same person doing it, because it was all around the same time period. But the new place... I've literally never felt unsafe there. The whole time we've been going there. Not one single time. I don't think anything. I mean, maybe that's not good, but I don't think anything about it. Yeah. I don't take my shit in there or anything, but like when it used to be at the pickleball place, I would take my purse and I would just leave my purse. I would leave my drink, but no one's gonna fuck with it. I was not worried. And nobody ever did fuck with it. Nobody ever took any shit. Nobody did anything.
Tomorrow, man, is another club night.
Yes, it is.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
What time is it right now?
It is 10:47.
Okay.
Yeah, Tom Baker said, drugged by a stranger. That ain't funny. Yeah, it really wasn't funny.
I had dudes drug me.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to get at her.
Yeah, we did have that happen one time.
Yeah.
When we were at a show. It wasn't at Barbarella. It was there was like a little concert venue that was like 2 doors down from there. And we were at a show that night, and we were there with a nominal friend of ours.
Yeah, I can't prove it, but we knew who it was.
It just seems kind of strange.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that shit happened when he was there, and everything in the
Anastasia was there too.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah. She was there?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, Anastasia was there with us.
Yeah, she's been on the show before.
She didn't go with us. I think she was there, just happened to be there. Or she was with him or something. I don't remember.
Anastasia is a big hot chick that we know. She's been on the show before. And she's fucking... Yeah.
Yeah, she stayed at our house a couple times.
Yeah, she stayed at our house a couple times. And I think it was that dude.
I mean, could have been.
I got hit by something that made me crazy as a motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it was.
And then it wore off.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell was that? And is that same dude was around during that time.
Yeah.
And I said, did you fucking hit me with something? And he's like, no. But I was like, no, I think that dude did it. I think he did it, yeah.
I don't know, I'm not sure.
Yeah, because he was after her. That was before me and Jen were like...
Yeah, this was a
real
while back.
solid. It was a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah. Like, we weren't dating, but you did go to that show.
We were friends, yeah. And it only happened that one time.
Yeah, it didn't really happen.
Somebody slipped me something that just fucking made me just fucking lose it. And I can't really even explain it. I don't know what it was. It never happened again.
Yeah.
I don't know what drug it was. I couldn't fucking... Maybe it was... What do you think that was?
Yeah, I don't know. Because like I said, when I got drugged, I mean, I'm pretty sure that was classic roofies.
It made me extremely hostile.
Yeah, see, mine
I felt
was
like
just,
everything was coming after me.
Mine was just classic roofies because, like I said, I'd had literally half a drink. That's it. And I just blacked out. And then, I woke up hours later and I was barfing.
Whatever somebody gave me, it made me feel like I was under attack and everybody was trying to kill me. And I had to get out of there.
Yeah.
It was the weirdest feeling ever. I'd never had a drug like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it just, came out of nowhere. I only had, one drink.
Yeah.
And I fucking lost it.
Yeah.
And that dude was around when that drink was served to me. And I think he slipped something to me. It was weird.
I mean...
It was weird. It was like a... I don't know.
But yeah, that's... I mean...
That's what it was.
I'm just going to say, I don't think the drugging thing happens as often as it does at normie clubs. But it does happen. You still got to watch your ass. I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying that I've been drugged twice. And like I said, both times, thankfully, someone else was there with me.
Calexico, you've been drugged, great. Oh, yeah. If you're going to get drugged. But that wasn't at the castle.
No.
That was at another.
I've never been drugged there. And I used to go there every week.
Yeah.
I never got drugged there.
Yeah.
But I was drugged a couple times at Barbarella. And other women, too. But I think it was the same person doing that. Because it all happened, right around the same... And it
was around the same time.
I kind of suspect...
We kind of think we know who it was.
I kind of think I know who it was. Yeah. But, I'm not going to say anything. But,
it was a dude
I don't know. I can't prove it.
It was a dude who was trying to drug women so he could get into them.
Well, yeah.
And he would occasionally drug the boyfriends to try to get rid of them.
Yeah.
It didn't really work, though.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what was weird. Yeah. The time that I got drugged, the first time that I got drugged, I was it was weird because I was there with a couple other people, and it was pretty obvious that I was there with my husband at the time and a friend of ours. Yeah. And she had a couple friends with her. I didn't know if it was one of them. I don't know, but it was just weird. I was I don't know what you thought you were accomplishing, but
but no, Klaus, the United States is predatory. Americans are predatory.
But like I said, you don't usually worry about... I mean...
That's not super normal.
It's not... Especially the clubs we go to, it's not the norm. And especially, the place we go to now, it wouldn't occur to me. It's always got to be in the back of your mind.
Around 2010, that shit was happening a lot.
Yeah. And I think it was one guy.
It was one dude that was
I think it was one guy, and I'm pretty sure I know who it was. But,
Well, Tori got hit.
I remember that.
That was about 2011, 2012.
That was about the same time.
Around the same time.
Because, like I said, I think it was before
me. I think it was one guy doing it.
I think it was the same guy.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I knew a lot of women that got hit around the same time that I did. So, I think it was just one dude. But, like I said, it's not... The places we go... You don't normally have to worry about it. You should always just be cautious just because.
Yeah.
But the place we go now, I've literally never worried about it.
Yeah.
I don't worry about it. I leave my drink there because I know everybody there. And it's even if I'm going to the bathroom, I can just say to Amanda or somebody like that, hey, watch my drink for a second. It's okay. No one's going to do anything. So, like I said, I know 80 to 90% of the people.
No, bitch. No, Klaus. This isn't Norway.
I know 80 to 90 people.
This is not Norway.
Percent of the people in that bar. I know the guy that runs the place.
Yeah.
I know the door guy. I know everybody. I know the bartenders. So it's just kind of so if something bad happens, shit's going to get found out about it. Yeah. So I don't really worry about it.
No, this isn't Norway. You can get killed here. You got to watch it.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't worry about it as much.
Yeah.
Now at mannequins, I do.
Yeah.
Mannequins, I worry. I have worried about getting drugged in there because there was some of that going around at mannequins too.
Yeah,
I'm more worried about getting fucking groped in there.
Yeah, half the time when I go to mannequins, I got to fight. I've fucking done this shit.
Which is why I don't like it.
I gotta fight half the time. They're fucking. I'm finna fist fight.
Like I said, when I go out, I just want to fucking dance and relax. Yeah. I don't want to be constantly vigilant.
Well, mannequins kind of phased out because of that. It wasn't just me; other people also. Fucking, you're gonna have to fight if you go there. He was
talking to like some of the younger goth girls, and they started coming to Memento and Abyss and stuff, and he was asking them about mannequins. They said, "Oh, we don't go there anymore. It's like we don't feel safe." And I was like, "See?
Yeah.
Neither did I.
It's random motherfuckers walking off the street.
You can't have that.
And you can't have random people
in that environment." Like, I'm always kind of a big fan of, I know it's elitist or whatever, but it's just like, if you're going to have, like, a goth club or a fetish club or something like that, you got to have some fucking standards. You can't just let anybody wander in there or there's going to be problems.
Yeah, yeah.
If you just let any stupid motherfucking jock dork, come in off the street, they don't know how to behave, and they're just going to be really obnoxious, and they're going to start rubbing up on chicks, and there's going to be trouble.
Yeah. Klaus going, I love living here. Yeah. You can be weak in Norway. You can't be weak in the United States. It's a fight here. You have to be fucking cognizant of the fucking people that are here. We have a mixed bag of people. We have diversity here.
I mean, most people are fine.
When you have diversity, you're going to have some fucking bad people.
Most people are fine.
Most of them are okay.
Most people are fine. Right. Most interactions are completely and totally normal.
Right. But there are people out here that are bad. And
every now and then.
Yeah. You're going to have people that are bad.
And like I said, it just depends on the situation that you're going into, too. Like I said, if I'm going to Barbarella, that's why I like to go there on Saturday nights, because I can completely relax. I know everybody there. I know nothing bad's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, if some jackhole shows up and starts acting up, he's going to get kicked out, like, immediately.
Yeah.
Because everybody will jump on him, you know what I mean? So I feel really safe.
Yeah.
Like I said, Mannequins was different. And I love Big Tom, our friend that owns it.
Yeah.
But he just wants to make money. I get it. So
he lets anybody in.
So he'll, like, pretty much... He did install, like, a security guards at the front, like bouncers, and he also installed a cover charge, so people couldn't just wander in for free, which did help a little bit. But still, when they do their goth night on Friday nights, a lot of the goth people won't go there anymore because they're just like, look, you're just letting any, like, chuckle fuck in here. And we don't like it. We don't feel safe. We just want to go dance and relax, and we can't do that because it's like there's all these, like, creeps.
You're going to have people that are not of your culture in there.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
That's,
Yeah.
So, like I said, not to be shitty to anybody, but, like, these kind of, like, jock or, like, frat boy people, they don't know how to act in public, and so I'm not really about it. Like I said, when goth people go out to clubs, they want to be able to just chill and hang with
Klaus
people.
Was saying, how high are the gas prices? About $2 a gallon.
No, it's more than that.
Isn't that not about $2 gallons?
I didn't look. I thought it was 3 something last.
No, it's not that high.
No, it was when we passed the Circle K. Like on the way, it was 3 something.
They're not that high.
It was 3.15, 3.19, something like that.
Maybe
but it's different everywhere. You go. But I think every
state's a little bit different. I thought it was 2 something.
I think last time I passed the Circle K sign, it was 3 something.
Okay.
Count Orlock says, Tom, I always remembered Man Ray's dress code the times I went there.
Man Ray's,
Sneakers were frowned upon. And rightly so.
Who is this?
Count Orlock.
Count Orlock, okay. Bro, you remember Man Ray? Fucking Man Ray was awesome. You couldn't wear sneakers, none of that fucking white sneaker bullshit.
No,
and if you came in there with fucking black dress shoes, they looked at you like, oh, fucking bitch, you. You had to go in there with real goth shit. That was a great club. Too bad that shit's gone. But that was the 90s,
I mean, there's kind of a debate.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's as much a debate anymore. But I remember when I was back going to the castle regularly, there was a big debate. It's like, we need to set up a dress code. Because, like, some clubs, like bigger clubs, have that. Because for that reason, they don't want, like, a bunch of looky-loos or, like, normies, like, wandering in there and fucking with people.
Yeah.
So it's like, look, you have to at least kind of look like you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
We're not just going to let any fucking idiot in here. But, you know, then some people, then, like, mostly dudes, honestly. Like, even goth dudes would be like, well, I don't want to have to, like, dress and blah, blah, blah. I just want to wear jeans and a t-shirt. And then they would cry about it. So, you know, it was always kind of a thing. And, like, some were like, well, yeah, but we still want to make money. And it's like we're turning people away and yada, yada. So it was always this big fucking thing. I've always been kind of more an advocate of dress codes for that kind of thing. Now, a lot of... clubs, if they do like an event like the Castle, when they do the vampire ball or something, like there's absolutely a dress code. You can't just walk in off the street in a fucking t-shirt and cargo shorts. You have to be dressed up, like it can be like different styles, but you definitely have to be, you can't just wander in like the fucking clothes your Mojalon in, you know, or sneakers or baseball.
I can't wait to go to the club tomorrow, man. It's gonna be so good tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be so cool.
Yeah.
But forget Man Ray back in the 90s. That's so fucking fun. In Boston. They had cool fucking girls and everything. It was just a good time. It's all gone now. As far as Boston goes.
But we still have a good time though. Down here.
Yeah. Florida's a lot better. I gotta fucking talk to my peeps up in Massachusetts and see what's going on there now. But yeah, man, fucking. Here's one thing though, you gotta look at it this way. Man Ray was a great club for the 90s, man. There was nothing else like that going on in the United States. All right, the only closest thing to that would have been fucking somewhere maybe like in New York or in LA. That's gone now. The Castle here in Florida is like 7 or 8 times that size. And that bitch is fucking packed. The music isn't as good. Yeah. That's the only difference, man.
That's really the only
The old music was so much fucking better. The shit that they're playing now is almost kind of like real synthetic AI sounding.
Well, they were doing that even back in the late 90s.
Yeah, it's more like an earworm.
Because I used to go there back in the late 90s, and I'd be like, man, this music kind of sucks.
Yeah.
It's too much. You know what's funny? I saw a picture of I think it was on the Elder Goths, like, Facebook group or something. And there was this guy who was, like, an older goth dude. And he had a shirt that said, stop playing EBM at goth clubs.
Yeah,
in big letters.
EBM.
And I was just like, that's so fucking
EBM
funny.
At goth
and I was like, that's, like, a debate that's been going on, like I said, since at least the late 90s.
Yeah, because goths don't want to hear EBM. Fucking stop it.
Some of them like it. I like some of those songs, okay?
Man.
But still, I'm not into it.
Klaus, you keep talking shit, motherfucker. I'm gonna silence you, bitch.
Why? Don't
He's
get
drunk.
hostile.
He's drunk up in Norway.
So are you. Don't get hostile.
I'm drunk. He's drunk. Yeah, stop it.
Count Orlok said, Tom, we probably crossed paths there.
I'm sure, yeah.
At that club, yeah.
I got pictures. I don't have them on this phone here, but
I mean, they will for a while, like, because
that was like 90 between 96 and 98, maybe 95 and 98, 99. That's when I was hanging out there. Just hanging out with fucking Tanya and Melissa. Although I don't know who you know that is. Fucking. Shit. I can't remember now.
Where do you stand on the dress code thing?
Dress code? Oh no, dress code should have been fucking tightly adhered to, which it was.
The only places, like I said,
black shoes only, no white shoes, no tennis shoes. You couldn't come in.
No baseball caps.
Fucking no, none of that. You had to be wearing black. You had to be wearing some kind of a goth type outfit.
Like you had to look like you belonged there.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're just trying to keep out the riffraff.
Right.
They're trying to keep their people safe is all they're doing. Because like I said, we have a long experience with frat boy types, and you got this in the Castle too. When they weren't doing special events, you would get like these, because some people in Ybor City, the Castle's kind of off on its own a little bit, and it was a lot more back then. Now it's a lot more open because they built a mall thing, but like there's a lot more clubs along that strip. So it's like a lot of people go there Saturday nights and party. So people do pub crawls. So they go to one bar, they come out, and then eventually sometimes some of them stumble onto this little dead-end street that has the Castle on it. Oh, let's go in this place. And you can tell immediately, like I said, that they're going to be trouble just from their body language. You can tell this from, like I said, I've been clubbing a long time, and going to goth events and going to goth clubs. The second that one of those jock people, or sometimes it's chicks too, but it's usually dudes. The second they walk in the door, you can immediately tell these people are going to be a problem.
Yeah.
Immediately. And every time.
You know who they are.
Yes.
Klaus. Take yourself and your old lady, get your girlfriend, and your guitar, all right? And buy a fucking plane ticket and come here, man. I'll put you up right in this room right here. I'll take you to all these clubs. And then while you're here, you can get your guitar, me and you. We're going to do a fucking cover songs. We'll fix it. We got all the equipment to record some shit. Got the microphones and everything. Put your fucking guitar in there. We'll do a whole fucking metal cover song, me and you. All right? The women will watch.
Oh, can we?
They'll just watch while we're doing the cover. They can jump in. They can do background singing.
Jeez.
We got all the microphones.
I can sing too.
All right? And then we'll go to the club. And then you and your Norwegian ass will shut the fuck up. Because I'll take you here to Florida, and then we'll go to these clubs. You will love it. You will fucking love it. I'll have so much fucking beef laid out. We'll do a barbecue. Cook it right here on the premises. I got so many cats. I'll have 5 fucking cats.
I mean, once we get the two cats from next door, we're going to have 5 cats.
Yeah, and then we'll go out. We'll go shoot guns. I got fucking assault rifles. Fucking go out there with fucking active reset triggers and fucking do some machine gun action. We do whatever you want, man. Ride motorcycles. I'll introduce you to the fucking Warlocks Motorcycle Club. Take you down to the Oasis. That's the Outlaw Biker Club. I was just there before they started the show.
Yeah, he went to this.
It's just right here.
Yeah, it's just
one of the biggest fucking biker
I mean, it's
bars.
not big. It's tiny.
It's a tiny, but
it's a tiny little dive.
It's a tiny little dive, but in terms of its mojo, it's bigger than the Cabbage Patch, which is one of the biggest fucking biker clubs.
Which is in Daytona Beach.
In Daytona.
That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, you go to the Cabbage Patch.
If you're a biker, Daytona Beach is a
you gotta go
thing.
to Cabbage Patch.
Everybody goes to the Cabbage Patch.
But Oasis is actually more, that's where the locals go. Cabbage Patch, that's tourists.
It is. I mean,
it's tourists. Oasis, that's where the real bikers go.
I grew up in Daytona, and I feel like when I was a kid, Bike Week was kind of like actual bikers, but as I grew older, it started getting more and more touristy.
Yeah, it's tourist.
It was still kind of fun, like, to go down there. I mean, it's really crowded. Like, it's like 500,000 people like come into the city.
The new one,
but it's mostly
is Ace Cafe Sanford.
Yeah,
that's the new one.
Yeah, they just
Ace
built
Cafe.
that.
It's an upscale.
Tom's still gotta go check that out.
I still gotta go check it out.
They just moved it. We didn't even know until last time we went to Mannequins, and Big Tom,
Big Tom's mom,
his mom, who works the door, said, "Oh, like Ace Cafe, like they just moved out to Sanford. You should go
just go on YouTube.
All the bikers go on Thursday.
Ace Cafe, Sanford, Florida, and that's like one of the biggest biker clubs right now. But it's high end. That's where
it's kind of a restaurant. It's a restaurant.
Bar, and they got badass motorcycles there on display, and that's where a lot of bikers go. That's not an underground outlaw biker club. Outlaw biker, Oasis, and the Cabbage Patch.
Yeah, like I said, and those are kind of dives.
They're dives, yeah.
It's hilarious because the Cabbage Patch in biker culture is so famous.
Yeah.
But if you see it, I guess
if
you see the Oasis too, you're like, that's
what
it?
Is it? Yeah.
It's just this dinky little
like
with a dirt parking lot and shit like that.
But you're gonna have the outlaws hanging out there, fucking warlocks, fucking. I don't think Hell's Angels hang. I've never seen any angels there, but I've seen fucking mostly warlocks.
How many Hell's Angels are still around?
They're around.
I mean, I know they're around, but I don't really see them.
They're older guys. They're rich. You have to kind of have a lot of money to be a real Hell's Angel, especially 1%er. And this isn't quite their territory, but it's my understanding that 1%ers Hell's Angels are not really to be fucked with.
No, I never said they were, but I was like, I was always more familiar with warlocks.
Warlocks are here, yeah. We're in warlock territory.
This is more warlocks than
which I know the warlocks. I see them all the time.
Well, shit, we used to do a goth night.
You do goth night, yeah.
At a warlock bar.
Yeah. They come in with their fucking mamas on chains and shit. They have a fucking
They were all right with it.
The warlocks are cool.
They weren't bothered.
Yeah.
Count Orlock says, Jenny Tom, if I ever get back down to Florida to see my parents, we should go out for fried seafood and
drinks. Can do it.
Oh,
we can
absolutely.
Do it. Who is this?
Count Orlock.
Yeah. Just.
He said he's gonna send you some names from Man Ray and see if you remember any.
Okay. Yeah.
See if y'all.
See if I remember
any of the.
Yeah, I probably have them on my friends list on YouTube, probably, or not on Facebook, probably.
Yeah. Klaus says, "I love you, Jen." Well, thank you. I love you.
Stop it, Klaus.
I love you too. All right, so it's getting late, right? So.
Yeah, Klaus, you and your woman, you fucking hit me up. You come down here. I'll fucking show you. Bitch.
We'll have a good
time.
We'll
go shooting. We'll go do all this shit. You can come ride with me if you can ride a motorcycle. I'll put you. I got all kinds of motorcycles downstairs. You'll see. I got 2 of them down there ready to ride, and I got another one. The dude next door died. I'm probably gonna get that motorcycle. We'll see.
We'll see how that goes.
We'll see. I don't. That one. I'm gonna sell that one if I get that one though. It's a fucking 1500 fucking Kawasaki Vulcan. What am I gonna do with a Vulcan? Just fucking sell that shit off. Buy Harley instead. Fuck Vulcan. Fuck Kawasaki.
Klaus says, I love Tom also.
Klaus, suck my dick, bitch. Suck my dick, bitch. You're trying to fucking sweet talk me. You were talking all that shit to the whole fucking show. I saw it. Okay.
No one's talking shit.
But now I'll meet you on the fucking other show because I'm still getting updates on the fucking rock show, on the metal show that you guys go to. Every now and then I'm going to jump in that. We'll see. I love you, bitch.
He's laughing.
I love you, bitch.
All right.
Yeah. We're gonna go to the club tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be fun.
Man, I gotta pick out an outfit.
It's gonna be fun,
I'll get it. But I did my roots today, so that's something. Yeah.
All right. That's just so pretty.
Yeah.
It's just so pretty.
It's my little gray roots.
Yeah. It's just so pretty.
All right. Yeah. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, lock it up. Wrap it up.
All right, we're gonna wrap it up for this evening.
Yeah. See, he says he loves me too. I love you too.
That's what I just said.
I love you too, bitch.
I know. See.
I love you too, bitch.
It's okay.
I'm gonna get my dude.
Don't get cranky.
No. Fuck this shit. I got a fucking barbarian costume I'm fucking working on. Jen knows what I'm talking about. I'm gonna get a barbarian costume. It's go like fucking Conan. I might have some Nordic vibes to it with a sword and all that. I might do a Viking costume. We'll see. We'll see how it is. Because next Halloween, I'm gonna have to be dressed like something at the Halloween events.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking about doing some kind of either a Viking or a Conan costume.
Well, let me know, cause
sword, battle axe, the whole 9 yards. If I'm gonna do Conan, I'm gonna have to fucking put a wig on.
That's alright.
Maybe I'll put a gray wig on and a fucking crown.
And be King Conan.
To be King Conan.
Yeah.
I'm old enough to be King Conan. Yeah, which is a Southern invention to begin with. Texas motherfuckers. Yeah. She likes that shit.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead. Shut it down.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
Just keep talking.
Fucking stop it.
All right. So we're going to wrap it up for this evening. We've been on for a really long time. I always love the Friday night shows. They're super fun. So thank you everybody for hanging out with us this evening. Thank you for your super chats. Y'all were really cool this evening, giving us some super chats. So yeah, have a good rest of your Friday night. Have a good weekend, you guys. And we'll be back on Monday to do a movie review. I don't know what movie it's going to be yet, but we'll figure something out over the weekend. So hopefully you guys can join us for that. Have a good weekend, everybody. Good night.